Coalinga College leading early 7-0 against Gavilan College. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We were actually in the wrong spot in the press box, so we're broadcasting in the stands. Glad to have you along wherever you may be tuning in for Falcons football. Apologies for cutting our pregame show short because we had to get everything taken down. Coalinga College leading early 7-0 against Gavilan College. 7-yard run by Demarion Wright makes it a 7-0 lead for the Falcons of Coalinga College. And the quarterback now for Gavilan is Ahmed Amar, the freshman from Modesto from the San Joaquin Valley. Brings up a pivotal third down for the Rams. Ball placed at their own 22, moving right to left. Rams rocking the blue jerseys, red pants, white helmets. As for your Falcons, white helmets, white pants, or red pants and white jerseys for this one on this Saturday afternoon. Movement before the snap. Let's see what the call is going to be. Our head referee this afternoon is Randy. Just one name, Randy, kind of like Beyonce or Madonna, you know. So legal procedure on the Rams, backs them up a yard, backs them up some. So they're going to bring up a 3rd and 11 from their own 17, moving right to left. 11:15 to play, first quarter. 7-0 Coalinga College out in front. Manamar so far this season, 1 touchdown. Young man from Modesto. Give you that starting lineup right now. Amar, the quarterback in the shotgun. Johnson, the running back, off to his left. 3rd and 11 from the 17. Takes a shotgun snap as Amar rolls to his left, looking for somebody open. Throws on the run. That ball is going to sail out of bounds and almost intercepted by Jackson Kissy. So that is going to bring up a 3 and out for Gavilan College. And right now, if you're Coalinga College defensively, you like that. Second punt of the afternoon so far for Gavilan College. 7-0 Coalinga out in front. Brian Welch with you on the Falcons Audio Network. It's just been an interesting one so far. Drake Hughes stands at midfield on the Mustang, near the ear of the Mustang now. In that first quarter, it's been interesting to see what the Falcons have done so far. Handling the punting duties is Luis Sanchez. Sanchez swings his right leg. That's going to be a spiral punt. Drake Hughes going to let that one go over his head. He takes it at the 40. Going to try to get himself. He's going to be brought down at the 38. Good tackling there by Gavilan College, and that is where the Falcons will have the ball with their second possession of the afternoon, moving left to right on your screen. 11:01 remaining in the first quarter. Glad to have you along wherever you may be tuning in on the Falcons Audio Network. 1st and 10 from the Falcons 38. Abdul Martinez with the tackle for De Anza College. So 1st and 10 now from their own 38. Falcons on their first offensive series, running it in for 6 from 7 yards out for Demarion Wright. So Justin Delzite, the young man from Henderson, Nevada, will give you that starting lineup right now for Coalinga College. White jerseys, red pants, white helmets for the Saturday afternoon. Trips out to the far side, 2 on the near, takes a shotgun snap, 1st and 10 from the 38. Delzite throws to the left side, caught by David Dunn, trying to get himself close to the first down marker. Stiff arms a man out of bounds, and Salome Simmons, the freshman from San Jose, pushes him out of bounds. Penalty marker flies in after. Let's see what the penalty marker is going to be. Once again, our head referee is Randy. 10:50 remaining first quarter, 7-0 Coalinga College out in front. Let's see what the official wording is going to be here from our head referee, Randy. Great conversation with the side judge before kickoff with Mike.
After the play, foul, they get out of bounds. Defense, number 16, 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
Jaime Gonzalez, the targeted party for Gavilan. So 1st and 10 now from the 34 for Coalinga College, moving left to right. 10:50 remaining first quarter from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. So 1st and 10 now for Justin Delzite. Ball placed on the far mark at the 34. Demarion Wright, the running back, to his left side, takes the snap, hands it off to Demarion, runs in between the tackles, motors to the 30, down close to the 28. And that's a big pickup there. You like what he's seeing there. Pick up a 6 on the play. Brought down by a whole host of Ram tacklers, bottom of the pile for the Rams. Juan Carlo Puga, the freshman that played his high school ball on this very same field for Gilroy High. Be playing both sides of the ball this afternoon, so we'll pick up a 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for Coalinga. 10-14 and counting in the first quarter. 2 receivers split up to the top, 2 on the near. Ball placed at the 28 2nd and 4, takes the snap, hands it off to Demary on the right, runs in between the tackle, spins out of another one, and Demary on the right picks up the first down at the 21, picks up 7 on the play, and the Falcons get another first down. They're inside that Billings Tire red zone, under 10 to play, first quarter. And Demary on the right picking up where he left off in that opening series, 7-yard touchdown run to get the scoring going. So 1st and 10 now from the 21, moving left to right, ball placed on the far mark, empty set now for Justin Delzite, all alone in the backfield. 3 receivers up top, 2 on the near. High snap, and that's going to keep, Delzite's going to try to pick that one up, and that he's just going to fall on the grenade at the 40. So he loses 19 on the play. So right now, if you're Coalinga, there's a penalty marker on the field at the line of scrimmage. So let's see what the call is going to be here once again from our head referee, Randy. So a free play for the Falcons. Moves the ball up to the 16 of Gavilan College. Falcons inside that Billings Tire red zone. 9:32 remaining, first quarter. 7-0 Coalinga College out in front against the Anza College. Penultimate game of this 2025 season. Is a perfect afternoon for football in the Santa Clara Valley. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demary on the right, the running back to his right side. Delzite claps his hands once. 1st and 5 from the 16. He takes it himself. Runs in between the tackles. Close to the first down marker. Second effort by Justin Delzite. Pushes them inside the 5. And he picks up the first down. 1st and goal for Coalinga College. And Justin Delzite on the trickery picks up the first down. And I got to say, they're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. So he picks up 11 on the play. Actually, 15 on the play. Actually 11, I should say. So 1st and goal from the 5, moving left to right in this first quarter, under 9 to play in the first. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demary on the right, the running back off to his right side. 1st and goal from the 5 on the far hash. Takes the high shotgun snap, hands it off to Demary, shakes and bakes, runs into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. Demary on the right finds the end zone again. Touchdown number 2 of the afternoon for Demary on the right. But there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be from our head referee, Randy.
Holding. Offense, number 31. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
So that is going to push that ball back, so the touchdown is a race. 8:30 to go in the first quarter. Falcons 7, Rams nothing from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. Just a perfect Saturday afternoon. The glistening Santa Clara Mountains off in the distance. So a 1st and goal from now, the 15, ball placed on the far mark. They're going to have Demary Wright in the backfield of Justin Delzite. Delzite with a shotgun snap, hands it off to Demary, runs to the left side to the 10, and he's going to stutter step out of bounds, escorted by the Rams defender of Joel Martinez, the freshman who also played his high school ball on this very same field for the Mustangs at Gilroy High School. So it brings up a 2nd and goal from inside the 10. They're going to officially mark it at the 8. 8:16 and counting, first quarter, 7-0 Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. And right now the Falcons trying to get this offense moving. Angelo's in the backfield right now. Delzite works out of the shotgun. They're going to say 2nd and goal from the 8. Pistol formation, takes a shotgun snap as Delzite. Plenty of time, throws to the left side. That's caught by Angelo, and the ball squirts out late. And it's going to be an incomplete pass, and let's see. That's going to bring up a 3rd down, plus there's a penalty marker on the field. Not like what we saw last week in De Anza, where penalty markers flew all over the place. Moreno, the intended receiver. Head referee Randy.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense, number 56. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
So another penalty by Gavilan College aids this offense once again for Coalinga College. 7:51 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Falcons out in front. So a 1st and goal now from inside the 5. Ball placed on the far mark at the 4. Demary on right with the carry. Runs to the left, in between the tackles. And now he's into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. He's not denied again, but another penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be here. I know Demary on right's wanting to getting himself into the end zone, but let's see what the call is going to be here. Let's see, our head referee is Randy, unsorting it with his crew. We're stopped with 7:46 to play in the first quarter. Falcons knocking inside the Billings Tire red zones. Hear the verdict from our head referee. So the Falcons pick up that penalty marker. That is on Marcus Ruiz. So hands to the face. So 1 step forward, 2 steps back right now for this Falcons offense. Still in the Billings Tire red zone. They're going to say 1st and goal from the 16. Trials and tribulations in the second possession for the Falcons. Clock stopped at 7:46 in the first quarter. Falcons 7, Gavilan College nothing on this beautiful Sunsplash Saturday afternoon in Gilroy, the land of garlic. I saw some garlic ice cream on the way over here this morning from Coalinga. Falcons going to go into shotgun. Justin Delzite works out of the gun. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. 1st and goal now from the 16. Delzite takes a snap and another penalty marker on the field. And our good friends from Gavilan College handling the stats for us today for Coalinga College. I would say 5 penalties already. So the penalty marker again gets the Falcons. So instead of a 1st and goal from the 16, 1st and goal from the 21. Clock is stopped at 7:44 in the first quarter. Falcons 7, De Anza College nothing on sophomore day 2025. So right now the Falcons going to go out of the shotgun once again. Justin Delzite works out of the gun. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. 1st and goal from the 21. Ball placed in the middle of the marks. Delzite, 4-man front for Gavilan. Hands it off to Demarion. Spins out of one tackle, but he can't get, escapes. That's Israel Chavez Strand with the tackle. First meeting them there. That's going to be a blitz from Gavilan. So now it brings up a 2nd goal. 2nd and goal from the 23. Now for Coalinga College, 7:28 and counting first quarter. And this drive right now started at their own 38. So 2nd and goal from the 23, moving left to right, 7:10 and counting first quarter. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun, ball placed at the 23 of De Anza College. Demarion Wright with the motion. Delzite with the shotgun snap, plenty of time. Pressured, rolls to his right, looking for somebody open, throws down to the near side. Caught by Demarion Wright, jukes his way into the end zone. Give me the sign, yes sir! 3rd time's the charm for Demarion Wright, and the Falcons get on the board with a 23-yard pass from Justin Delzite to Demarion Wright, and the Falcons lead by 2 scores. How about that? Demarion Wright was denied twice, and the 3rd time's the charm for the former Tiger of Morse High School. I know his mom and dad are listening back home in Southern California. Nesto Villanueva lining up for the extra point. Extra point by Ernesto. David Dunn, the holder. The snap, the hold, the kick. And the kick goes through the upright. It's a 14-0 lead for Coalinga College. 6:53 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back in 15 seconds. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Billings Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
6:53 remaining in the first quarter from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. 14-0 Coalinga College out in front on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Getting ourselves situated. Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off. Left to right as you hear it and see it. And over and kick. That is going to be taken by De Anza College. That's going to be a guy on our roster running to the left side. That's actually Jory Hardwick with the run. And he goes and gets himself past the 20. And he gets himself to around the 25. So 1st and 10 for Gavilan College. Their 3rd possession of the afternoon. Moving right to left, 6:47 to play in the first quarter. When we had our technical difficulties, 2 punts so far by Gavilan College offensively. So 1st and 10 from their own 25, moving right to left now.
1st and 10 Rams at their own 25.
Gavilan College won the toss and elected to defer. So the quarterback for the Rams It's Ahmed Amar, the freshman from Modesto who grew up in the San Joaquin Valley. Giant Johnson, the running back, off to his left. Ball on the near mark, and now whistles before the snap, and a timeout taken by Jeffrey Longoria, the head coach of Gavilan. So first timeout taken by Gavilan College. We'll stay right here on the Falcons Audio Network. 6:47 remaining in the first quarter. If you're just now joining us on the Falcons Audio Network, Falcons getting on the scoreboard with a 7-yard touchdown run by Demarion Wright. And then on the second possession for Coalinga College, it took 3 tries to get Demarion Wright in, and it was a 23-yard pass from Justin Delzite to Demarion Wright. So Demarion has 2 touchdowns so far this afternoon, and the Falcons right now are in the driver's seat on this Saturday afternoon. Glad to have you along wherever you may be tuning in. It is just a perfect Saturday afternoon in Gilroy. The land of garlic, glacier blue skies overhead. And you think about how this team has played so far, especially how they played last week against De Anza College. This is a team that wants to get themselves with a bounce-back game, but also a chance to punch themselves into the postseason bowl game. This is the Falcons squad ready to go at it once again. It's going to be Ahmed Amar, the quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to work out of the pistol. Giant Johnson, the running back, in the backfield. 1st and 10 from their own 25. 6:47 to play. Tosh to the right side, and the Falcons defense smothered them in the backfield. Great tackling there by a whole host of Falcons tacklers. Tackling him there was Deegan Spear on this tackle, and also was Eric Gallegos is on the stop. Gavin Brady, our Falcon of the Week from last year. We will have that Falcon of the Week for you. Kazuki Nakata will have that interview posted on my YouTube channel later tonight, so you can get to hear from him. Guy who played flag football in Japan. Made his way to Florida to play high school football and made his way to the sunny side of the San Joaquin Valley this season. So a loss of 6. So 2nd and 16. Yeah, 2nd and 16 from the 14th, from the 19th. Throws to the right side. That's going to be caught. And it's actually Sierra Locken who was the my apologies, the intended receiver. It was Locken. Christian Constant was there on the defense for the Falcons. So it brings up a 3rd down now from the 19 for the So a 3rd and 16 now for Gavilan College. And they've been quickly on 3rd down so far this afternoon. Under 6 to play in the first quarter. Coalinga College 14, Gavilan College nothing. On this Saturday afternoon in Gilroy. Ahmed Amar, the freshman from Modesto, the former Eagle of Enos High School, 83 yards so far in 2025. He has been the backup. We talked about in the Falcons pregame show that this is you might see 3 quarterbacks from the Rams. So a 3rd and 16 from the 19, moving right to left. Amar at the shotgun snap, plenty of time, being pressure, rolls to his left, now keeps it himself, runs to the 20, penalty marker flies, stutter steps, runs to the 25, and he's scored out of bounds by Jaden Fugett. And let's see what the penalty marker is going to be. It's a penalty marker in the backfield, and the referees have been pretty flag happy so far. Here's the call.
Offense, number 54. 10 yards from the previous spot. 3rd down.
So that is going to be a penalty marker on Gavilan College. Clock stopped at 5:50 to go in the first quarter. Coalinga College again on the scoreboard of 2 touchdowns from Demarion Wright. Falcons defense right now forcing 2 punts, trying to force a 3rd punt. So now instead of a 3rd and 16, they're going to march it all the way back. The first down marker for the chance to look at it, it's at the 35. Ball placed at the 9, moving right to left. So it brings up a 3rd and 26 now. Johnson, the running back in the backfield. Amar in the gun, moving right to left. 3rd and 26 from the 9. Motions a man to the near side. That's going to be Cyril Locken. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson runs in between the tackles, but Deegan Spears tries to bring him down. Johnson had a second effort, but the Falcons defense punishes him there. Great tackle there by Jared Smith. And that is going to be the 3rd punt of the afternoon for Gavilan College. And if you're Coalinga College defensively, you like that. 3rd punt so far, 14-0 Coalinga College out in front, 5:17 to play in the first. So Luis Sanchez lines up for the punt. Back deep for the Falcons is Drake Hughes. He stands at his own 49 on this Saturday at the 45 of Gavilan, I should say. Sanchez, the low snap, trying to get it away, almost blocked. End over end punt. Drake Hughes going to back up at the 50. Going to let that one bounce to the 48. And it takes a Gavilan roll. And that is where the Falcons will get the ball at their own 46. Moving left to right. 14-0 Coalinga College out in front. Their third possession of the afternoon, moving left to right. 2 touchdowns, 2 drives so far. And right now, if you're the Falcons, you got to find ways to keep your offense moving. Penalties almost derailed that drive and that last offensive series for the Falcons. So right now, the Falcons going back to work once again. 14-0 Coalinga College out in front. 4:44 to go in the first quarter. Great crowd on hand on both sidelines, especially a lot of fans from Coalinga College. Having a whole sea of tents. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons from their own 47. Delzay with the shotgun snap. Swings it out to the right side. Caught by Demarion Wright. Demarion Wright turns on the Jets. Pass midfield. And he's brought down by good tackling there by by Gavilan College. It was Brandon Chrisman, the freshman who went to Palma High in the Salinas area. Picks up 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 for Coalinga College. 4:21 and counting first quarter. 2nd and 3 from the 46 now, I should say. Delzite works out of the gun. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. Ball placed on the near mark. 3 left, 1 right. Delzite the shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff to Demarion Wright. Now looks, wants to air it out. Throws to the near side. Wide open look. Curtis Rogers, touchdown Falcons. How about that 46-yard strike to the young man, Curtis Rogers, touchdown Falcons. Falcons lead by 3 scores on a Saturday afternoon. Rogers, who had a touchdown last week, makes it a 20-0 lead for the Falcons, pending the point after. It's actually Curtis Rogers, the young man from Tampa, Florida, picks up his first touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point by Ernesto Villanueva goes through the uprights, and it makes it a 21-0 lead for Coalinga College. We'll be back in 15 seconds. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Dillonsy Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Return to Gavilan College, and he's going to be brought down. The return man brought down at the 26, so 1st and 10 for Gavilan College. It's the return man of Pablo Escamilla, the freshman who grew up in Oregon. So 1st and 10 now for Gavilan College, with under 4 to play in the first quarter. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. 3 touchdowns so far for Coalinga College, and 3 punts for Gavilan College. 1st and 10 from their own 26, moving right to left, and has not been a cheery sophomore day for the Rams. 3 drives and 3 punts. And now we're going to see a new quarterback coming in here now. It's Tyler Hughes going to take the shotgun snap. Tyler Hughes is going to be working out of the pistol with Johnson in the backfield. Hughes with the shotgun snap, hands it off to Johnson, runs in between the tackles, and he's going to be brought down from behind by Hunter Cabral. Good tackling there. Only picks up 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for Gavilan College. Under 4 to play in the first quarter. Falcons right now trying to keep this offense of the Rams from scoring. So 2nd and 6 now from the 30. Ball on the near mark, moving right to left. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun pistol formation, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Up the gut, hard hitting there. Hunter Cabral there to greet him, past the line of scrimmage, and also bottom of the pile for the Falcons, bringing him down. Nathaniel Stroud, our Falcon of the Week a couple weeks ago. So gets past the 30 to the 32. So that brings up a 3rd and 4 now. They're especially going to say, actually, my apologies, put it at the 33. So they're going to say 3rd and 3 now for Gavilan College, under 3 to play in the first quarter. Falcons 21, Gavilan College nothing on this Saturday afternoon in Gilroy. So first, that brings up a 3rd and 3 now for Tyler Hughes. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun, running back to his right side. That's Johnson. Ball on the near mark. 3rd and 3 from the 33. Cyril Lonkin with the motion to the near far side. Takes a shotgun snap, being pressure. Throws down over the middle. It's going to be brought down quickly. Jackson Kissy there to bring him down. Cyril Lonkin, the young man who grew up in Italy. He's close to the first down marker, and that's going to be another punt for Gavilan College, their 4th punt of the afternoon. And we're not even out of the first quarter yet. 4th punt for the Rams. 21-0 Coalinga College out in front. And they're going to go for it, actually. Rams saying, we're going to waste no time. We're already trailing by 3 scores. Let's roll the dice. 2:08 and rolling in the first quarter. Falcons leading big time, 3-score lead. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun. Johnson off to his left. 2 receivers up top, 2 on the near. 4th and 1 from the 35. Hughes takes a snap, mishandles it. He's going to be getting away from him, and he's going to have to fall on the grenade. Penalty marker flew in during the snap, says our spotter, Richard Welch. He's handling the camera as well. Let's see what the call is going to be here from our head referee, Randy. And here's our head referee, Randy.
Offside. Defense, number 0. 5-yard penalty. Result in first down.
So Nathaniel Stroud picks up the penalty for the Falcons, so that makes it a first down for Gavilan College. 1:45 remaining in the first quarter. 21-0 Coalinga College out in front. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Rams kicks up a first down. So right now, Tyler Hughes trying to get something moving offensively. We talked about the quarterback carousel the Rams have had so far this season. Second quarterback we've seen so far for Gavilan. Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 40. Fakes the handoff, boot to the right side. Hughes on the run, throws. That's going to be close to the first down marker. Good grab there by the receiver. And bringing him down for the Falcons was Jared Smith. The receiver was Jorori Hardwick for Gavilan. So that's going to be an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 now from the 40. So right now, Gavilan College trying to get this offense moving. The clock stopped at 1:17 in the first quarter. Falcons 21, Gavilan College nothing on this Saturday afternoon from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. So Jackson Kissy's going to have to go out. Now it's going to be bringing in for the Falcons. For the Falcons, it's actually going to be Joseph Espinoza checking in. So 2nd and 10 from the 40 for Gavilan, 1:12 and counting first quarter. So now Cyril Lonkin's going to go on the far side. Tyler Hughes, the quarterback in the shotgun. Johnson off to his left shoulder. Hughes with the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, backpedals, plenty of time, throws, airs it out to the far side. That ball is going to be for a jump ball, caught by Hardwick. Hardwick runs the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in. 60-yard strike for Jorori Hardwick on the tip ball, and Gavilan gets their first score of the afternoon on sophomore day. So Jorori Hardwick gets the score on sophomore night with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. 21-6 right now, pending the point after. And it's Luis Sanchez handling the point after for the Rams. On the north end side of the stadium on the campus of Gilroy High School. The snap, the hold, the kick, and the PAT is blocked. And the Falcons special teams trying to get the ball in the end zone. And now a pile for it, and the PAT is no good. So with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter, we'll stay right here on the Falcons Audio Network. Coalinga College 21, Gavilan College 6. And right now, if you're Coalinga College, you want to find ways to get off the field, but a penalty marker on 4th down just gave the Rams a big opportunity there to strike 60 yards to Jorori Hardwick. And right now, if you're the Falcons, you got to find ways to answer back. I know you lead by 2 scores, but 3 scores sounds a lot better than 2 scores, you know, on this Saturday afternoon. So Luis Sanchez and the special teams for Gavilan College getting ready to kick the ball off. Right to left as you hear it and see it on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Brian Welch with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Our camera guy this afternoon, the one, the only, Richard Welch, the math teacher himself, the retired math teacher, I should say. He's our spotter and our camera guy this afternoon. 21-6, Coalinga College out in front. And also for Richard Welch, he's our bouncer on the Falcons Audio Network. Broadcasting below the press box at Gilroy High School. And right now, if you're Coalinga College, you got to find ways to keep yourself moving. And right now, the offense has been fun to watch so far. Luis Sanchez ready to kick it off right to left as you hear it and see it. Sanchez ready to swing his right leg in the football, booming end over and kick. That is going to be taken by Tyrell Johnson, runs the 15 now, turns on the Jets, the 25 to the 30, runs in between the hashes, runs the 45, and he's going to get close to the midfield. Penalty markers fly all over the place. Let's see what the call is going to be here, but a great return there by Tyrell Johnson with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. And look at that, our bouncer counting well. Richard Welch saying 4 penalty markers on the field. And let's see what the call is going to be here from our head referee of Randy.
Starting the return, holding. Return team, number 44, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Penalty markers on Gavin Brady for the special teams for the Falcons. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga College, their 4th possession of the afternoon, moving left to right. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's been a very action-packed first quarter indeed. How about this? 2 touchdowns by Demarion Wright, 1 touchdown to Curtis Rogers. And this Falcons, right now, the overall theme has been penalties so far on this Saturday afternoon. Falcons trying to get themselves away from the penalty bug. Did a pretty good job last week of handling themselves with a lot of penalties, and especially in that conference opener against Cabrillo College all the way back in the early part of October. So 1st and 10 now from their own 25, moving left to right. Justin Delzite leads the troops out once again for this one. If you're Coalinga College, you got to find ways to keep the ball away from the Rams. 1st and 10 for Justin Delzite. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. Ball placed on the near mark. Delzite at the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion, runs in between the tackles, finds a hole, runs to the left side, trying to get the edge, now gets himself to the 30, to the 35, 40, 45, and he gets himself out of bounds at the 48, and he picks up 23 on the play, and how about that? Demarion Wright picks up a huge first down for Coalinga College, 29 seconds to go in the first, and this Falcon squad offensively has been fun to watch so far in quarter number 1. So right now, if you're Coalinga College, finding ways to keep the offense moving. They're going to say officially a 24-yard gain, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. And how about this? The Falcons, who fell by 2 last week, lead by 2 scores, 21-6 against Gavilan College. Second quarter action coming up right after this. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for you in the Santa Clara Valley. This is Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Dillonsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
It's a 21-6 lead for Coalinga College as we about to begin the second quarter from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. And if you're just now joining us, the Falcons Audio Network, apologies for the technical difficulties. Falcons right now finding ways to strike while the iron's hot. 2 touchdowns so far for Demarion Wright, 1 to Curtis Rogers. Now they switch into the field, moving right to left. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Khalif Boone with the shot, with the motion. Hands it off to Demarion Albert. Runs in between the tackles, down to the 45, down to the 40, and he picks up the first down, picks up 11 on the play. 1st and 10 now for Coalinga College, and that's a big pickup there for Camarion Albert. The Falcons now moving right to left on your screen, leading by 2, 21-6 in the first half. Early going, second quarter. So 1st and 10 from the 39 of Gavilan College. Moving right to left is Coalinga College. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Camarion Albert still the running back off to the right side. 3 receivers up top. 1 receiver split out to the near side. That's David Dunn. Justin Delzite the shotgun snap. And a whistle before the play. Let's see what the call is going to be from our head referee, Randy. And here what the call is going to be.
Ball start. Offense, number 74.
So instead of a 1st and 10, brings up a 1st and 15 for Coalinga College. Ball placed at the 44 of the Rams. 14:52 remaining, first half. It's a perfect afternoon for football in the Santa Clara Valley. So 1st and 15 from the 44 of Gavilan. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Kamarian Albert, the running back to his right. Kamarian Albert with the run. He's going to try to break out on one tackle, but the front line by the Rams of Gavilan College brings him down. Great tackling there by Logan Harris. They're a two-way player for Gavilan College, and also on the stop for the Gavilan Rams was Devin Rios, the freshman who grew up in this area, actually played high school ball for Christopher High School. That's going to bring up a 2nd down, so 2nd down at 20 miles it seems like for this Falcon squad. So 2nd and 19 now for the Falcons, moving right to left. Justin Delzite's going to work out of the backfield all alone. 2 receivers on the near side, trips out to the far. Ball placed on the far mark. 2nd and 19 from the 48 of Gavilan. Delzite at the shotgun snap, wants to throw, throws to the right side, caught by Curtis Rogers. Now cuts up down to the 40, runs too close to the original line of scrimmage, and he's finally pushed out of bounds by Salome Simmons, the freshman from San Jose. So he picks up 9 on the play, and it brings up a 3rd and 10 now from the 39. 21-6, Coalinga College out in front, 13:42 and counting, first half. They're going to say he stepped out close, out shorter. They're going to say 3rd and 12 from the 41, moving right to left in this first half. Falcons right now with a pivotal 3rd down, looking to try to get themselves back in the end zone. Delzite all alone in the backfield. Now puts Kamarian Albert to his right side. Takes a shotgun snap. Delzite plenty of time. Wants to throw. Throws down the middle. Caught by Khalif Bloom. First down and more. Runs to the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. Big pickup there by Khalif Bloom. And the Falcons are back in business inside the Billings Tire red zone. And how about the Falcons right now? Picks up over 30 on the play. And Coalinga College back in business. Picks up officially 30. So 1st and goal from the 11 of Gavilan College. Under 13 to play in the first half. Coalinga College 21, Gavilan College 6 on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Kamarian Albert, the running back, off to the right side. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far. 1st and 10 from the 11. Delzite claps his hands once, high snap, hands it off to Kamarian Albert, runs left, trying to find the edge. Now going to try to get himself to the 10. Ball squirts out late, and Gavilan College recovers the fumble. Rams get the turnover. It's DeMarji Moore, the sophomore from Mesa, Arizona, and the Falcons fumble the ball in the red zone, similar to what happened last week in Cupertino, and Gavilan College gets the ball back with 12:30 to go in the first half.
Fumble was forced by number 55, Israel Chavez Strand. Did number 8 get that, guys? 8 pick that up? I think I had 12. 12, you're right.
So 1st and 10 now for Gavilan College, their 5th possession of the afternoon. 12:30 to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from their own 10, moving left to right. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson, runs in between the tackles. Brought down by Nathaniel Stroud, and also good tackling by Deegan Spear, I should say. And right, Andrew Thompson with the stop as well for Coalinga College. So he gets out to around the 13, so he picks up 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from their own 14, moving left to right, 12-13 and counting first half. Falcons 21, Rams 6 on this penultimate game of the 2025 season. Tyler Hughes, who took over the reins of this offense, and Matt Amar got the start for Gavilan College, so it brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 14. Hughes works out of the shotgun, takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, wants to throw, airs it out down the near side, and it's going to be overthrown. The intended receiver was Jari Hardwick, who has a touchdown so far this afternoon. Good coverage there by Espinoza, and also Blake Brown, the young man from Louisiana. Clock stopped at 11:50 in the first half. Falcons 21, Gavilan College 6 on this Saturday afternoon. So it brings up a 3rd and 6 from the 14. Gavilan College looking to try to convert on 3rd down. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun. Johnson, the running back, off to his right side. 2 receivers up top, 2 on the near. Ball on the near mark at the 14. Movement before the snap. No whistle. Takes a shotgun snap. Hughes throws to the right side. Caught by the receiver of Joel Hall, the freshman from Mesa, Arizona. Trying to get himself, and he's going to get the first down and he picks up 7 on the play.
He's pass complete to number 81.
So Hall gets the first down for Gavilan College, and they convert on 3rd down. 11:42 and counting, first half, I should say. And right now, Gavilan College trying to burrow in for a long drive after gaining the turnover off the Camarion Albert fumble in the red zone. So 1st and 10 from their own 21, moving left to right, under 12 minutes to play in the first half. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun, the second-string quarterback for the Rams. Johnson, the running back, off to his left. 1st and 10 from the 21, takes a snap, toss out to the left side of Johnson, bounces off one defender, and the Falcons defense trying to bring him down, but Johnson burrows in, and he gets himself to the 25. What a run there, especially they're going to put the marker at the 24, but Johnson burrowing in there like a gopher, and he submarines forward to the 24. So he picks up 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 for Gavilan College. Under 11 to go in the first half, 21-6, Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. 2-minute timeout off in the distance, but right now, Falcons' first goal right now defensively, get a stop. Gavilan College looking to try to get themselves moving. 2nd and 7 from the 24. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun. Johnson to his right, takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his left. Tyler Hughes wants to run, trying to get the escort out of bounds. He's going to officially lose 2 on the play, so Tyler Hughes goes backwards. So instead of a 3rd and 7, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. And right now, if you're Coalinga College, Nathaniel Stroud hurried him out of bounds. Clock is moving, 10-16 and counting in the first half. So 3rd and 10 now from the 21, moving left to right. Gavilan College is 1 for 1 so far on 3rd down conversions in this drive. Falcons defense looking to try to get themselves off the field. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun. They're going to have Johnson, the running back, off to his right side. Going to have a tight formation on the near side. One receiver split up top. 3rd and 10 from the 21. Hughes with the shotgun snap, fakes the toss, wants to throw, throws over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. No penalty marker on the field. Andrew Thompson on the coverage. Cyril Locken, the intended receiver. He wanted a penalty marker there. Not happy with the officiating crew. And let's see what the penalty marker is going to be here. Our spotter, Richard Welch, was giving us the flag symbol. And let's see what the call is going to be from our head referee, Randy. James Wamapalafili, the sophomore from Las Vegas, gets tacked on with the foul, so it is going to be a punt for Gavilan College. So they're going to say that's the 4th punt of the afternoon for Gavilan College. 21-6, Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. 9:47 to play in the first half. And Luis Sanchez ready to punt it away. Drake Hughes stands at his own 45. Luis Sanchez counting all the numbers to make sure that everybody's in their correct spot. Drake Hughes is going to be at his own 45 on the far side, waiting the punt from Luis Sanchez. And now they're going to try to get the snap off. Once again, clock is at 2. Bouncing snap, I should say. And over in punt by Sanchez. Drake Hughes takes it at the 44. Runs to the 50, down to the 45. Breaks one tackle, and he's going to try to get himself to the 40. And he's going to probably get himself to they're going to mark him at the 41. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga College. There's 5th possession of the afternoon, moving right to left. 9:35 remaining in the first half. So 1st and 10 from the 41 of Gavilan College. If you're now joining us on the Falcons Audio Network, the Falcons were in the red zone, but they fumbled the football. Moore got the ball back for Gavilan, and Gavilan had a 3-and-out. So right now, if you're the Falcons offensively, got to cook something up here. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun now. Works out of the shotgun with 3 receivers on the near side, 1 receiver split up top. 1st and 10 for the 41 of Gavilan College. Demarion Wright, the running back, to his left. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion. Runs in between the tackles, past the 35, down to the 30. And he gets close to the first down marker, gets to the 32. And Demarion Wright picking up where he left off. Had a huge run on the drive earlier late in the first quarter. So they're going to say officially a 9-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 1 now for Coalinga College from the 32 of Gavilan College. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun, 2nd and 1 from the 32. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. 3 left, 1 right. Curtis Rogers, the lone receiver, split up top. Demarion Wright with the motion, takes a shotgun snap as Justin. Plenty of time, rolls to his right, looking for somebody, throws down the far side. That ball is going to be caught into the breadbasket of Demarion Wright, and they're going to say, did he step out of bounds? Penalty marker flies in late. No signal for a touchdown yet. And let's see what the call is going to be here. Demarion Wright. So the penalty marker is on the Falcons. Donovan Ubrina, the young man who grew up in Coalinga, tacked on with the foul. 8:51 to play in the first half. 21-6 Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. So 2nd and 10 from the 41 of Gavilan College. And right now, Coalinga College is trying to keep themselves moving. The drive that ended last time on a fumble. 2nd and 10 from the 41, and now pause before the snap. And now they're going to officially mark it at the 42. So it brings up a 2nd and 11 from the 42, moving right to left. Ball on the far mark. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demarion Wright to his right. Takes a shotgun snap as Justin. Plenty of time. Throws to the left side. That ball is going to be almost intercepted. David Dunn was battling for it as well, but one of the best corners for Gavilan College, more on the coverage for the Rams. Clock is stopped with 8:45 in the first half. 21-6 Coalinga College out in front. So the free play for the Falcons. That play makes it instead of a 2nd and 11, going to make it a 2nd and 6 now. Clock stopped at 8:45. They're going to say, officially going to say at the 2nd and 11 from the 42 now. Now they're going to march it up. So they're going to say they're going to put it 2nd and 6 now. 37, ball placed on the far mark. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his right. Delzite with the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion, finds a hole in between the tackles, runs left to the 25, to the 20, runs to the 15, 10, 5, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 5. And how about that running by Demarion Wright? And he gets himself to the 4-yard line, and he picks up 33 on the play. Great run by Demarion Wright. And Demarion Wright, who is close to 1,000 yards this season, is getting closer and closer to that one in this first half. Demarion Wright today was heading into the game of over 900 yards on the ground. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Falcons. Ball on the near mark inside that Bill Lindsay Tire red zone now. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demarion Wright off to his left. Takes a high shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion. Runs in between the tackles, 2nd effort, corkscrews to the 2. Brought down by a whole host of tacklers for Gavilan College. James Malapalafili, the sophomore defensive lineman from Las Vegas, brings him down. So 2nd and goal from the 2. Falcons right now trying to punch it in after forcing a 3 and out from Gavilan. We're going to say now 2nd and goal from the 1. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demarion Wright off to his right side. Ball on the near mark. Delzite looking at the line, 4-man front for the Rams. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion, and Demarion Wright finds the end zone for 6. Touchdown Falcons, 1-yard run by Demarion Wright. His 3rd touchdown of the afternoon, 2nd rushing, and the Falcons lead 27-6, pending the point after. And how about that? Demarion Wright with his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Ernesto Villanueva handling the point after. That's going to go through the uprights. And it's a 28-6 lead for Coalinga College. 7:27 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back in 15 seconds. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality.
.7:27 remaining in the first half from beautiful Gilroy, California. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Marion Wright find the end zone for the third time of the afternoon from 1 yard out. 28-6, Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off right to left as you hear it and see it. Hardwick back deep for De Anza College. End over end kick for Ernesto. That's going to be taken at the 15. Hardwick turns on the Jets to the 25, runs to the 30, and is going to be brought down. Great tackle there by Christopher Cooper at the 29. So 1st and 10 for Gavilan College. Their 6th possession of the afternoon. Gavilan College right now trying to get this offense moving. 60-yard strike to Deroy Hardwick is the offense so far for Gavilan College. So they're going to say officially at the 29, moving left to right. 4 punts so far for Gavilan. Falcons defense holding their own in that last defensive series, forcing a 3 and out. So 1st and 10 from the far mark of the 29. Same quarterback in there as always. Tyler Hughes has Darian Johnson off to his right side. 1st and 10 from the 29, moving left to right. Midway through the first half, takes a shotgun snap, going to hand it off to the Allo on the end around, runs to the right side, and a good tackle there. Jackson Kissy upends him, gets a couple of yards on the play, and he gets himself to the 23, so he picks up 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 for Gavilan College.
Gain of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 to go from the Gavilan 33.
So 2nd and 6 from the 33 for Gavilan College, moving left to right on your screen. Under 7 to play in half number 1. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun with Johnson off to his left. They're going to put a receiver up top. 2 on the near. They're going to put Diallo in the backfield as well. Hughes in the shotgun. Now motion to Sierra Lonkin now over to the left side. Takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Runs in between the tackles, and the Falcons defense brings him down. Great tackling there. It's Eric Gallegos bringing him down. Great stop there, and also on the tackle for the Falcons. Was also, we have another one of the second stringers for the Falcons. So gets himself out to the 33. So they're going to say officially that is going to be a 3rd and 5 now for Gavilan College. 6:08 and counting the first half. 28-6 Falcons leading against Gavilan College on the Saturday afternoon from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun, pistol formation with Johnson in the backfield. 1 receiver up top, 2 on the near. Takes a shotgun snap as Hughes fakes the handoff, boot to the left side, looking for somebody open. Penalty marker flies, throws on the run. It's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by Andrew Thompson. Pablo Escamilla, the intended target. Let's see what the penalty marker is going to be here from our head referee, Randy. Confers with the call with his crew. Head coach Justin Berna talking with the head referee. And let's see what the call is going to be here. They're going to decline it, but we'll hear what the official ruling is going to be.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 55. Penalty is declined. Results of the play is 4th down.
So that results in a 4th down for Gavilan College, and the Falcons force another punt from Gavilan College. So the 5th punt of the afternoon for the Rams, the special teams unit going out. 28-6 Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. 5:45 to play in the first half. Luis Sanchez getting ready to punt the ball away. Drake Hughes stands at his own 30 now. So right now, Luis Sanchez ready to punt the ball away for Gavilan College. Takes a low snap, gets it away. Spiral punt, bounces at the 25, rolls to the 15, now to the 10. And it's going to be taken at the 11. And a good pin there by Gavilan College. 1st and 10, and a penalty marker flies in late. We'll see what the call is going to be here once again. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, their 6th possession of the afternoon. And our head referee, Randy, talking with his crew once again. A lot of flags in this first half. And let's see what the call is going to be from our head referee, Randy.
There's no foul on the play for illegal substitution.
So 1st and 10 now for Coalinga College from their own 11, moving right to left. Falcons last time out, having a 1-yard run by Demarion Wright, his 3rd of the afternoon. And right now the Falcons looking to try to keep themselves moving. They get the ball to start the second half. Gavilan College won the toss and elected to defer. So right now, if you're the Falcons offense, lengthy drive, you had that 2-minute timeout in your back pocket, as well as your 3 timeouts. They have not burned a timeout in this first half. So Justin Delzite and the offense goes back out to work. They're going to put the ball on the near mark, moving right to left. Clock reads 5:36 to play in the first half. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Actually going to be Camarion Albert off to the right side. 3 receivers up top. Lone receiver on the near side is David Dunn. 6th possession of the afternoon for the Falcons. Justin Delzite at the shotgun snap, hands it off to Camarion Albert. Runs to the left side, now to the 15. Runs right to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35 to the 40. And the penalty marker flies in, but Camarion Albert pushing the pile, and he's going to get himself to the 41. But let's see what the penalty marker is going to be, how the 2 penalty markers on the left side might be a penalty on the Falcons. Let's see what the actual call is going to be from the head referee, Randy. And here's the call.
Holding. Offense, number 72. Half the distance to the goal. Replay first down. Also, sideline warning. Gavilan.
So a sideline warning given to Gavilan and a holding call on the Falcons. And Zach Barton, the young man from Olympia, tacked on with the penalty. So it brings up a first down once again. Ball placed at the 6. So a 1st and 15 now for Coalinga College. Gavilan defensively going to go with a 3-man front. Delzite the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion Albert. Actually, it's Demarion Wright. Sheds 1 tackler, gets himself close to the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds late. On the tackler for Gavilan was Amari Sims, the freshman from San Jose, the former Falcon of Andrew Hill High. So gets back to around the 9. They're going to say 2nd and 12 from the 9. 5:12 to go in the first half. 28-6 Falcons out in front against Gavilan College on the Saturday afternoon. The day before time change. Marion Wright, the running back, off to the right of Delzite. 2nd and 12 from the 9. Delzite with a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking for somebody open, throws to the right side, wide open grab, Marcus Ruiz, 1st down and more, and the former Rough Rider of Roosevelt High School with a great catch, moves the sticks for Coalinga College. And how about that? Another great grab, 15-yard grab for Mr. Marcus Ruiz, and right now the Falcons are back in business in this first half, under 5 to play in the second quarter, I should say. So 1st and 10 from the 24 now. And this Falcon squad looking to try to keep themselves moving. 1st and 10 from their own 24, moving right to left. Justin with the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion Wright, finds a hold of the 30, runs to the 35, and he's brought down at the 40. And how about that? The stutter step speed of Demarion Wright. Big pickup there. Picks up close, they're going to say, gets the ball at the 39 now. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons, moving right to left, 4:16 and counting in the first half. 28-6 Falcons out in front. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun to Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his right side. 2 receivers on each side. Now Demarion Wright with the motion. Takes a shotgun snap as Delzite throws to the right side. Caught by Marcus Ruiz. Gets himself to the 45, and he picks up 6 on the play. Quickly pushed out of bounds by Joel Martinez, the freshman who played his high school ball on this very same field for Gilroy High School. The former Mustang pushes him out of bounds. Clock is moving. 3:48 and counting in the first half. Falcons right now trying to keep the pedal to the metal. Stay tuned for the Falcons halftime show. Get a chance to break down the first half highlights, get a couple of stats of our great stats guys just to the left of us, and also get you some of the scores from across the college football landscape. Dells out the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion, finds a hole, pass midfield, and he rumbles to the 40, and a good run there by Demarion Wright. Picks up 16 on the play, and the Falcons are back in business once again, cracking into the Rams territory with 3:23 to go in half number 1. And that will have that for you on the Falcons halftime show coming up in a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 40 of Gavilan, moving right to left. Coalinga College right now trying to keep the offense moving. Camarion Albert. Now the running back off to the right side, off the left side now of Delzite. 1st and 10 from the 40. Takes the snap, hands it off to Demarion Albert. Runs right, spins out of a tackle. Now wants to change course. Now runs in between the tackles, and he's going to be brought down from behind at the 50. And he's going to go backwards. He's going to lose 10 on the play. Tackling him there for the Rams was Ezreal Chavez Strand, one of the leading tacklers so far for this squad for Gavilan College. 53 tackles heading into today's match. So they're going to put the ball at the 46. So he loses 6 on the play, so 2nd and 16 now for the Falcons. 2:27 and counting in the first half. You have that 2-minute timeout for you. We'll have that for you in a little bit. 3 left, 1 right. 2nd and 16 from the 46. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to the running back of Angelo Moreno. Up the gut he goes, and he gets a couple on the play. Let's see who that was. I think that was another running back in there. And that was Angelo Moreno with the carry, so he gets himself past the original line of scrimmage. And that brings up a 3rd down when we come right back after this. We have reached the 2-minute timeout in Gavilan, in the greatest part of the country, in Gilroy, California, Garlic Country. Final 2 minutes of the first half coming up right after this. Coalinga College 28, Gavilan College 6, Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Dillonsy Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Two-minute timeout here in the land of Garlic in Gilroy, California. Welcome back to the Garcia Elda Sports Complex. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. 3rd and 9 now for the 39 of Gavilan. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun alone. Takes a snap. Justin plenty of time. Pressured. Runs. Now throws. Now it's going to be incomplete. Slips out of the fingers of Curtis Rogers. And with 1:54 to play in the first half, the Falcons are going to have one of the biggest decisions of half number 1. Do you go for it on 4th down, or do you send the punt unit out? Falcons have not had a punt so far this afternoon, and the Falcons are going to go for it with a 28-6 lead right now. Falcons trying to get themselves their first 4th down conversion of the afternoon. The Falcons so far 8 of 18 on 4th down, 4th and 9 for the 39 of Gavilan College. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Demarion Wright off to his left side. 3 receivers split out to the near side. Curtis Rogers, the lone receiver, split up top. 4th and 9 for the 39. Demarion Wright with the motion. Takes a shotgun snap as Delzite. Plenty of time. Throws down the middle. Wide open grab. Caught by Khalif Bloom. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. 40-yard strike to Khalif Bloom, and the Falcons are back in the lead once again. It's a 34-6 lead for the Falcons, and the Falcons saying, we'll go for it on 4th down, and they get the job done. 40-yard strike to Khalif Bloom. I know that Khalif's brothers and sisters are listening back home in San Diego, Ernesto Villanueva, and a penalty marker before the extra point. Now see the call's going to be from our head referee, Randy. How about that, a 4th and 9? They're going to say 39-yard strike, but regardless, Delzite carving up this Rams secondary on the Saturday afternoon. Now there's a big conference for the refs. At the 10-yard line, head referee Randy gets the final verdict. Now he'll tell the crowd at Gavilan at the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. So disconcerting signals on Gavilan. Makes it another opportunity for the Falcons to get that PAT through the uprights. Concerning signals. You don't hear that every day, you know? So now Nesto Villanueva ready to handle the point after. David Dunn, the holder. Low snap gets away from David Dunn, and David Dunn's going to have to fall on the grenade, and the PAT is no good. So with 1:48 to play in the first half, it's a 34-6 lead for Coalinga College. And this has been a very fun first half indeed from the land of garlic. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Our great camera guy and bouncer, and of course spotter on the Falcons Audio Network is Richard Welch. It's been a very fun one so far this afternoon in Gilroy. Falcons right now leading all the way out in front. They have 3 touchdowns so far, courtesy of Demarion Wright. Khalif Bloom got a touchdown, as well as Curtis Rogers. And right now, if you're the Falcons, keep yourself moving. So it's going to be a kickoff for Ernesto Villanueva, kicking it off right to left on your screen. It's a perfect afternoon for football in Gilroy, California. And right now, this has been a very fun one so far indeed. Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off right to left on your screen. Jory Hardwick, the return man, stands at his own 9, waiting for the return, waiting for the kickoff from Ernesto Villanueva. Stay tuned for the Falcons halftime show. Get a chance to get you some of the scores from across the college football landscape. Big game in Boise today between Fresno State and Boise State. Hardwick will take the return at the 20, runs to the 25, runs to the 30, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Great play there by Jaden Fugett. Great Gavin Brady there on the tackle on the special teams for the Falcons. So it brings up the 7th possession of the afternoon for Gavilan College, moving left to right on your screen. And the only positive so far for this Rams offense was a 60-yard strike to Jory Hardwick, and that's been the offense so far. 5 punts for this Rams offense, 1:42 to play in the first half, and this Falcons defense has played really well so far. Only a couple of penalties by the Falcons defense, but I bet defensive coordinator Raven Keene is probably happy about how the Falcons have played so far. Here's the call.
Number 16, 15 yards out into the end of the run. First down, Gavilan.
I guess Coach Keene's not happy about that call, but regardless, this is a Falcons squad that's playing better football than they've had in the last, especially how that tough game last week. So right now the Falcons defense going to face Gavilan, 1st and 10 from the 45 of the Rams. Moving left to right, late going in the first half. Tyler Hughes out of the shotgun, takes a snap, now late handoff to Johnson, runs, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Kazuki Nakata, our Falcon of the week, brings him down. And this Falcon squad defensively having fun so far. 132 and counting in the first half, and this Falcon squad having a dominant performance on the sophomore day at the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. So a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 from the 43. Tyler Hughes works out of the gun, takes the snap, plenty of time, throws to the left side. That's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. Great grab there. They're going to say incomplete, actually. The intended receiver was Pablo Escamilla. So it brings up a 3rd and 12 now for this Gavilan College squad. Clock is stopped at 1:06 in the first half. 34-6, Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. 3rd and 12 from the 43 for the Rams, and Tyler Hughes, who's taken over the reins of this offense. Ahmed Amar, who got the start. But Tyler Hughes bringing a little bit of excitement for this Rams squad. Faces a 3rd and 12 from their own 43. Johnson, the running back, off to his right side. Johnson, who checks in at 5'10", 220. Off the right side of Tyler Hughes. 3rd and 12, takes a shotgun snap, is Hughes. Throws to the right side. That's going to be caught by Sarah Locken. He's going to be pushed out of bounds near midfield. And great tackling there by the Falcons. It's actually Christopher Cooper pushing him out of bounds at the 49, and that's going to be close to a 7-yard gain. Or actually, my apologies, 6-yard gain, I should say. They're going to say ball is at the 45, so he brings up a 4th and 6. And that's been a familiar sight so far this afternoon. A punt for the Rams. Their 6th punt of the afternoon. 34-6, Coalinga College out in front. 1 minute remaining in the first half. And that's been the tough start for this squad so far this season. Luis Sanchez getting ready to get the punt. Drake Hughes stands back at his own 16. Wobbly spiral punt, bounces to the 5, and that's going to go out of bounds. Another great punt by Luis Sanchez, pinning the Falcons deep in their own territory. 54 seconds to go in the first half. Falcons 34, Rams 6 on the Saturday afternoon. Stay tuned for the Falcons halftime show. Get a chance to look at some of the scores from across the college football landscape. Give you the highlights from the first half, and also get you ready for the second half on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in Gilroy. So 1st and 10 now for the Falcons. They're going to put the ball at the 7-yard line, moving right to left. 7th possession of the afternoon for Coalinga College. So 1st and 10 from their own 7, moving right to left. Justin Delzite's been having a lot of fun so far. A 40-yard strike to Khalif Bloom on a 4th and 9. Marion Wright, the running back, off to the right side of Delzite. Delzite works out of the shotgun, claps his hands once, hands it off to Marion, runs in between the tackles, finds a hole, runs to the 15, down to the 20, and he's brought down from behind. Great tackling there by Gavilan College, bringing him down for the Rams. Clock is moving to Marion Wright, slow to get up. Sims with the tackle, and now to Marion Wright, slow to get up. And now to Marion Wright's going to be checked out by both athletic training staffs. Has his helmet off. It is an artificial surface here at the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. Justin Burnham making sure that he's okay as well. Talking with the referees now. Athletic training staff for Coalinga College making sure Marion Wright is okay. Heading into today, he had 907 yards on the ground, close to 1,000 yards in a sophomore campaign. Gets up with some help from the athletic training staff, and he's going to walk off on his own. And Marion Wright, who's going to be honored next week for sophomore day of his mom and dad and siblings. So we'll keep it going right now. 42 seconds to go in the first half. 34-6, Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. We are in the shade, just in the shadow of the press box. Apologies for the technical difficulties a little bit earlier. We were in the wrong spot initially. But right now, if you're Coalinga College, you're in the right spot right now. You lead 34-6, 42 seconds. I mean, just a couple of runs. Kamarion Alberts had a couple of good runs so far in this first half. Marion Wright has 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 catching. If you're the Falcons, just keep the pedal to the metal right now. You had that conversation of head coach Justin Burnham talking about that game last week, and he said, which are we going to show up? Are we going to be in a daze from last week? Or are we going to be showing up to play today? And the Falcons have showed up to play today. So 1st and 10 now from the 22, moving right to left. 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Justin Delzite walking out. Going to have Kamarion Albert, the running back, off to his right side, moving right to left. Falcons in their white jerseys, red pants, white helmets for this one. Kamarion Albert the motion, takes a shotgun snap as Delzite. Backpedals, plenty of time, dances around, throws over the middle, caught by David to run. Dead. First down and more to the 45, runs past midfield, down to the 45, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown Falcons. 78 yards to David Dunn, but a penalty marker on the field. And let's see what the call is going to be from our head referee of Randy. And let's see what the call is going to be. Justin Burnham, the head coach of the Falcons, not happy. And it's a penalty marker on the Falcons once again, 27 seconds. So a 78-yard touchdown erased off the scoreboard. Second time we've seen that so far in this first half. Falcons in that early part of the first quarter almost had to punch it in 3 times after multiple penalties pushed the Falcons back. So instead of that 78-yard strike, they're going to march it back, and they're going to bring up a 1st and 15 now. Actually, my apology. Now it's going to put the ball at the 12. First down marker is at the 32. So it brings up a 1st and 20 miles for Coalinga College, moving right to left, late going in the first half. 27 seconds to go in half number 1. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Camarion Albert, the running back, off to his right side. Camarion Albert with the carry, runs in between the tackles, spins out of another one, and he gets himself close to the first down marker and a timeout. That might have been taken by head coach Justin Burnham, but I think that might be the final play of the first half. And I think the Falcons are going to say, we're going to go into the locker room. We're happy about how we played in this first half. And the Falcons right now in the driver's seat in Gilroy. It's a 34-6 lead for Coalinga College. Triple zeros on the scoreboard. First half comes to a close. Once again, it's your Falcons out in front, 34-6 against Gavilan College. When we come right back after this, we have the Falcons halftime show for you. Once again, scoreboard reads Coalinga College 34, Gavilan College 6, Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Dillonsy Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. Relocations to serve you in the Central Valley, Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Halftime in Gilroy. Halftime score, Coalinga College 34, Gavilan College 6. My name is Brian Welch of the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in, and welcome to the Falcons halftime show. A very fun first half indeed for Coalinga College. Touchdowns, touchdowns, touchdowns were the theme of the first half. Take a look at the highlights from half number 1. Gavilan College won the toss and elected to defer. Gavilan College got the ball and had to punt the ball on their first drive. First drive for Coalinga College started at their own 39, and that was a 7-yard touchdown run by Demarion Wright. Point after was good at 7-0 Falcons. Gavilan College's second possession of the afternoon started at their own 18. They had to punt the ball for the second time of the afternoon. Still the same score, 7-0 Falcons out in front. Falcons' second possession of the afternoon started at their own 38, and it was a 23-yard run to Demarion Wright. Point after was good, 14-0 Coalinga College out in front. Third drive for the Rams started at their own 25, and that resulted in another 3-and-out. Their third punt of the afternoon, still the same score, 14-0 Coalinga College leading. Coalinga College got the ball at their own 47 for their third possession, and it was a 46-yard strike to Curtis Rogers. Point after was good at 21-0 Falcons out in front. Gavilan College in their fourth possession of the afternoon started their own 26. Marched their way down the field. Found their way down the field with a 60-yard strike to Jory Hardwick. Point after was blocked, 21-6 Falcons leading. This is all in the first quarter. Coalinga College got the ball at the 21, actually at the 25, marched down the field, and that was the end of the first quarter. And in the second quarter, they fumbled the football. Marion Moore got the ball back for Gavilan College, and they could not do anything with it. That was their fourth punt of the afternoon. That was a 3-and-out. Fifth possession for Coalinga College started at the 41 of Gavilan College, and that resulted in a 1-yard touchdown run by Demarion Wright. His third of the afternoon. Point after is good at 28-6 Falcons out in front. Sixth possession for Gavilan College. They're at their own 29. That resulted in a 3-and-out. That was their fifth punt of the afternoon. Sixth drive for the Falcons. They're at their own 11. And on a 4th and 9, a 40-yard strike to Khalif Bloom. Point after was no good at 34-6 Falcons out in front. Seventh possession for Gavilan College. They're at their own 45. That was another 3-and-out. 6 punts in the first half by Gavilan College. Still the same score. And the Falcons ran out the clock. Almost had a 78-yard strike to David Dunn, but the touchdown was erased off the board due to a penalty marker. And you see on your screen right now a performance A little bit of a thriller right now, the day after Halloween, and that is how the first half happened. 34-6 Coalinga College out in front. Take a look at some of the scores from across the college football landscape on this first day of November. We were talking about that big game in Boise, Fresno State taking on the Broncos of Boise State. Take a look at that. Fresno State with a 10-7 lead against the Broncos on the blue. How about that? The Bulldogs struggling last week, being shut out at home against rival San Diego State, leading by 3, 10-7 against Boise State. As Louisville taking on the Virginia Tech right now, the Cardinals leading 21-6 against 21-16 against the Hokies. In Mountain Westland in Las Vegas, it's New Mexico leading 34-28 against Dan Mullen's UNLV. And the Big Ten right now, number 2, Indiana having no trouble against Maryland. 20-3 is our score with 13:26 to go in the third quarter. It is all tied up at 10 apiece between number 5 Georgia and Florida. That is a first game after Billy Napier was fired from Florida. Let's see what's going to happen. I think the Gators are going to have a pretty good second half, but we shall see. Number 12 Notre Dame leading 12-7 against Boston College. Halftime right now in Boston. Texas Tech leading 19-7 against Kansas State. Minnesota leading by 3, 10-7 against Michigan State, or Dr. Michael Burke's alma mater, or one of his many alma maters from the Big Ten. It's halftime on the farm, 21-13. Pittsburgh out in front against Stanford. Delaware taking on Liberty. Liberty having no trouble, 28-9 at halftime against the Blue Hens. In Conference USA, Western Kentucky leading 14-6 against New Mexico State. Old Dominion leading 24-0 against ULM Monroe, with really going in the third quarter. Louisiana leading 31-7 against Alabama with 7:54 to go in the third quarter. 17-7, number 15 Virginia out in front against California. That was a 12:40 kickoff. They kicked off 15 minutes before we did in Gilroy, but kicked off in Berkeley, but before we kicked off in Gilroy. Halftime right now in the SEC, Arkansas leading 13-7 against Mississippi State. Halftime as well, Kansas leading 10-7 against Oklahoma State. Central Michigan leading 14-7 against Western Michigan. At the moment, a couple of final scores already in the book. Army takes care of business against Air Force 20-17. East Carolina takes down Temple 45-14. Number 1, Ohio State has no trouble against Penn State 38-14 at the shoe. Number 20, Texas holds on to a close one against Vanderbilt 34-31 in Austin. SMU beats number 10 Miami 26-20, and overtime West Virginia takes care of business. Number 22 Houston 45-35. Illinois takes down Rutgers 35-13. Duke takes care of business of Clemson by 1, 46-45. Baylor has no trouble against UCF 30-3 in Waco. UConn takes care of business of UAB 38-19. North Texas takes down Navy 31-17. Buffalo takes down Bowling Green 28-3. Arizona State, in a close one, takes care of business of Iowa State 24-19. Some games to watch out for on this Saturday afternoon that are going to be happening after we leave here in Gilroy. Wyoming taking on San Diego State in San Diego. Arizona taking on Colorado in Boulder. Hawaii taking on San Jose State at 7:30 from CEFCU Stadium, just up the road from us. South Carolina taking on number 7 Ole Miss. Michigan taking on Purdue tonight. Georgia Tech taking on NC State. The big one tonight, Oklahoma taking on Tennessee in Knoxville. Number 23 USC on the road taking on Nebraska. That's going to be a big-time matchup. See what's going to happen with the Trojans tonight in Lincoln. Kentucky will be taking on Auburn as well. The Pac-12 matchup of the year, Washington State taking on Oregon State. Wake Forest taking on Florida State. Troy taking on Arkansas State. And the big one tonight, Utah taking on Cincinnati, the host of College Game Day today in Salt Lake City. When we come right back after this, we have the second half for you from beautiful Gilroy, California, from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. Just a perfect Saturday afternoon for you for the first day of November. We talked about in the Falcons pregame show. You remember the games in November. Falcons right now leading big time. Our halftime score, Falcons 34, Gavilan College 6. This has been the Falcons halftime show on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality.
Second half about to begin from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. My name is Brian Welch with the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in. Falcons right now are ready to receive the second half kickoff, and it's a 34-6 lead for Coalinga College. Back deep for the Falcons, Tyrell Johnson and Drake Hughes standing at their own 11. Luis Sanchez has the ball on the tee, kicking it off right to left on your screen. Glad to have you along on this Saturday afternoon. It's going to be an end-over-end kick taken by Drake Hughes. Runs to the 15, now to the 20, to the 25. Runs right to the 30. Stetter steps to the 35, and he's brought down by Brandon Crispin, this freshman from Salinas. So it's a 1st and 10 for Coalinga College, their 8th possession of the afternoon. Congratulations to the high school team in Coalinga getting their another league title in this 2025 season. Just found out they'll be the 8th seed in Division 4. They'll be taking on the number 9 seed of Wenatchee from the bowl at Chuck Garton Stadium. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons, moving left to right, I should say, in this third quarter. And probably one of the best first halves we've seen so far by Coalinga College this season. Justin Delzite leads the troops out. Once again, they're going to have Khalif Bloom and Demarion Wright in the backfield. 34-6, Coalinga College out in front. Ball placed on the near mark at the 35. Khalif Bloom with the motion. High shotgun snap and a penalty marker before the play. Let's see what the call is going to be here from our head referee of Randy. And here's the ruling.
Full start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So a penalty to kick off the third quarter. Backs up the Falcons 5 yards. So 1st and 15 from their own 30, moving left to right. 5 seconds gone by in the third quarter. And right now, if you're the Falcons offense, a lengthy drive to begin the third quarter is what you might have to do on the Saturday afternoon. 1st and 15 from their own 30. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Khalif Bloom with the motion. Takes a shotgun snap. Hands it off to Marion Wright. Keeps it himself. Now wants to throw to the left side. That's going to be incomplete. Justin Delzite was on the run and then threw to the left side. Did he step over the line of scrimmage? No penalty marker on the They're going to say 2nd and 15 from the 30, moving left to right. 14:50 remaining in the third quarter. 34-6. Falcons out in front against Gavilan College.
Ball back at the 30, and it's 2nd and 15.
So Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun once again to Marion Wright, the running back, off to his left. 3 receivers split up to the top. Lone receiver on the near side is Curtis Rogers. Delzite with the shotgun snap, hands it off to Marion Wright, runs in between the tackles, pushes his way forward, gets himself past to the 35. Brought down by Amarian Sims and also Devin Rios. And he gets close to the original line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd down and 10. 14:37 remaining in the third quarter. So 3rd and 10 now for Coalinga College. Their first 3rd down of the second half, moving left to right. 14:21 and counting in the third quarter. 34-6, Falcons out in front. 3rd and 10. From their own 35, Delzite in the shotgun, takes a snap, penalty marker flies, wants to air it out, throws to the near sideline. That's going to be almost caught by Curtis Rogers. More on the coverage for Gavilan. And let's see what the call is going to be. One penalty marker so far to begin the third quarter. That was a false start. And here's our head referee of Randy. Now the head referee, here we go. Trying to get the microphone working. So instead of a 3rd and 10, it brings up a 3rd and 5 now from the 40, moving left to right now for Coalinga College. 3 left, 1 right. Delzite out of the gun. Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Takes a snap, hands it off to Demarion. Pushes his way forward. 1st down and more. Demarion Wright to the 45, down to the 40 of Gavilan, and he picks up the 1st down. Big pickup there. It's a pickup of 21 on the play, and the Falcons are back in business. They convert on 3rd down. 14:02 to go in the third. And a big pickup there. You like what the Falcons are doing so far. Demarion Wright in this first half. Had 3 touchdowns, 2 of them rushing, 1 of them receiving. So 1st and 10 from their own, from the 39 of Gavilan. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun to Marion Wright, the running back off to his left. Ball on the near mark. Delzite the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, wants to air it out, throws it out to the far side. That ball is going to be overthrown. Intended receiver is David Dunn. On the coverage for Gavilan College was Solomon Simmons, the freshman from San Jose, attended Pegasus High School. So 2nd and 10 from the 39 of Gavilan. Clock stopped at 13:35 from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex in Gilroy. 34-6, Falcons out in front. So 2nd and 10 from the 39 of Gavilan. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun, claps his hands once, hands it off to Marion Wright, runs in between the tackles, pushes his way forward, and he's going to be brought down by that front line of Gavilan. Bringing him down was Owen Graham, the sophomore from Lakeview, Oregon, attended Lakeview High School. So he barely picks up a yard on the play, so it brings up a 3rd and 9 from the 38. Falcons 1 for 1 so far on 3rd down conversions in this 3rd quarter. They lead 34-6 against Gavilan College. So now it's going to be an empty backfield for Justin Delzite. Marion Wright, the running back, now as a receiver up top. 3 left, 2 right. 3rd and 9 for the 38. Delzite at the shotgun snap. Plenty of time. Dances around. Throws down the middle. Caught by David Dunn at the 1st down marker. And let's see what the call is going to be here. The Lions judge going to see. They're going to put the ball. And I think that it is going to be a 1st down marker. The far judge saying move the sticks, chain gang. And the Falcons pick up another 1st down, their 2nd, 3rd down conversion of this drive. So 1st and 10 from the 29, moving left to right, 12:33 and counting in the 3rd quarter. 34-6, Falcons out in front. And right now, if you're the Falcons offense, you like what you're doing right now. Good drive so far. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the 29, hands it off to Marion Wright, runs in between the tackles, pushes his way forward, brought down by Devin Rios, and as well as Owen Graham. Israel Chavez Strand with the tackle as well. So picks up a couple on the play. 2nd and 8 from the 27, moving left to right. 12-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Falcons 34, Gavilan College 6 on this Saturday afternoon in the Santa Clara Valley, the land of garlic. Garlic ice cream off in the distance. 2nd and 8 from the 27 of Gavilan. Justin Delzite works out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Marion Wright, actually it's a keeper. Runs to the left, breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet is Justin Delzite, and he picks up the 1st down, and Justin Delzite using his specialty, and he picks up the 1st down. Big pickup there, picks up 8 on the play. 1st and 10 for Coalinga College. 11:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock is stopped right now. So 1st and 10 from the 19, moving in the right direction for the Falcons. Falcons 34, Gavilan College 6. And now Kamarion Albert checks in wearing 2 different cleats, wearing 1 red cleat, wearing 1 green cleat. 2 left, 2 right. 1st and 10 for the 19 of Gavilan. Takes the snap, hands it off to Kamarion Albert, shakes and bakes, runs in between the tackles, and he's brought down from behind by Israel Chavez Strand. He was the leading tackler in that 1st half for the Rams. Gets to the 15, so he picks up 4 on the play, so a 2nd and 6 for Gavilan. 10:53 and counting, 3rd quarter. Falcons 34, Gavilan College 6, penultimate game of this 2025 season. And how about this? It is November 1st, and it's in the 70s. You gotta love California weather, you know? Final month of the regular season. Final month of the season, in fact. And now head coach Justin Berna not happy about the clock is not moving. 10:28. It's actually they're looking at a player now. So the training staff for the Falcons going to check out the Falcons offensive lineman. That is Donovan Yabrina, the guy who played for the Toads of Coalinga. So it brings up a 2nd and 6 from the 15, moving left to right. 10:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Falcons right now trying to keep this offense moving. First drive of the afternoon in the 3rd quarter. This drive started their own 35. 2nd and 6 from the 15 of Gavilan. 2 receivers up top, 3 on the near. Empty set for Justin Delzay. He works out of the gun alone. Claps his hands once, takes the snap. Justin throws it to the left side. That's caught by Khalif Bloom at the sticks, and he picks up the first down, and Khalif Bloom makes it a 1st and goal, and the Falcons have cracked into the Bill Lindsay Tire red zone. 10-11 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And now the clock is now moving. 10:07 to go, 3rd quarter. 34-6, Coalinga College out in front. And the Falcons right now knocking on the door offensively. 1st and goal from the 7. Delzight's going to be in the shotgun. Kamarion Albert off to his right. Khalif Bloom in the backfield as well. 1 receiver up top. That's David Dunn. Khalif Bloom with the motion. Justin Delzight the shotgun snap on 1st and goal. Hands it off to Kamarion Albert. Up the gut he goes. Pushes his way forward. And he gets himself to the 1-yard line. So he picks up 6 on the play. 2nd and goal from the 1. So Logan Harris brings him down, the 2-way player for Gavilan. Also a tight end, but also playing a little bit of defense for this Gavilan College squad. Clock is moving. 10-19, 9-18 and counting, 3rd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. Justin Delzight works out of the shotgun. Kamarion Albert, the running back, off to his right. 1 receiver up top, 2 on the near. 2nd and goal from the 1. Delzight the shotgun snap. Hands it off to Kamarion Albert. Finds his way into the end zone. No signal yet. Now there's a touchdown. Touchdown Falcons. 1-yard run by Kamarion Albert, and the Falcons crack into the score column once again to open up the 3rd quarter. It's a 40-6 lead for Coalinga College. And now there's a couple of athletic training staff for the Falcons running out there to make sure the Falcons are okay. Well, of 8:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Falcons right now in the driver's seat. Ernesto Villanueva handling the point after. Albert with the touchdown. The snap, the hold, the kick, and the kick goes through the upright. It's a 41-6 lead for Coalinga College. We'll be right back after this in 15 seconds. Falcons 41, Gavilan College 6. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Bill Lindsay Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Bill Lindsay Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
8:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Coalinga College 41, Gavilan College 6. Falcons finding the end zone once again with a 1-yard run by Kamarion Albert. And the Falcons right now are in the driver's seat in the promotional game of this 2025 season. Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off left to right on your screen. Ernesto Villanueva jogs to the football, swings his right leg into it, end over and kick. Taking it is Pablo Escamilla, runs to the 10, to the 15, runs right to the 20, and he's going to be brought down from behind to the 21 by Gavin Brady. And that is where Gavilan College sets up shop with 8:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. So a very tough first half indeed for Gavilan College. Not 1, not 2, but 6 punts for the Rams offense. So 1st and 10 for Gavilan College from their own 21, moving right to left. They started with the quarterback of Ahmad Amar. The freshman from Modesto was out there for a couple of possessions, but they turned to Tyler Hughes in that first half. And now the quarterback carousel continues for Gavilan. Ethan Chrisman, the young man who grew up in Salinas, California, the former chieftain of Palma High, leads the troops out for their first possession of the second half, their 8th possession in total. So Johnson's going to be the running back off to the left side. 3 receivers up top, 1 receiver on the near side. Or 3 receivers on the near side, 1 receiver up top. Chrisman at the shotgun snap, fakes a handoff, throws over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Tender receiver Seal Lonkin. On the coverage was Dylan Green, young man who grew up in Fort Collins, Colorado, the former Lobo of Rocky Mountain High School. Great conversation with his mom last week in Cupertino. They're going to be out for sophomore night next week. at the Memorial Bowl at Chuck Garton Field. Clock is stopped, 8:45 to go in the third quarter, 2nd and 10 from their own 21, moving right to left for Gavilan College. Chrisman works out of the shotgun, pistol formation with Johnson in the backfield, 2nd and 10 from the 21. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to the running back of Johnson, runs left trying to find the edge, and the Falcons defense bring him down quickly. Gavin Brady brings him down. Good tackling there as well by the Falcons. Everybody was bringing him down. So loss of 2 on the play, brings up a 3rd and 12, I should say. From the 20, they're going to have the ball marked. The original line of scrimmage is at the 22, in fact. Clock is moving, 8:18 and counting, third quarter. 41-6, Falcons out in front. Ball placed in the middle of the marks at the 20-yard line. Chrisman works out of the shotgun. Johnson, the running back, off to his left. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 up top. Takes a shotgun snap as Chrisman, plenty of time. Pressure, dances around, throws over the middle. It's almost picked off by Eric Gallegos. And that is going to bring up another punt for this Gavilan College squad, their 7th punt of the afternoon. And that is going to be the special teams unit coming out right now for this Rams squad on this Saturday afternoon. 41-6, Falcons out in front. So Luis Sanchez handling the punting duties right now. Back deep is Drake Hughes. End over and punt. That's going to be at the 45. Bounces at the 50. And that is going to be going to put the ball at their own 49, moving left to right in the third quarter. Brian Welch with you on the Falcons Audio Network. And this is going to be the 9th possession of the afternoon for Coalinga College. Ball at the 49. Falcons find the end zone with a 1-yard touchdown run by Camarion Alberts to start off the third quarter. So 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, moving left to right. Their 9th possession of the afternoon right now. 2nd possession of quarter number 3. Jelzite with the shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion Wright, runs past midfield to the 49 of Gavilan College. So he picks up 2 on the play. So 2nd and 8, bringing him down for the Rams of Gavilan College. Was actually for the Rams. Again, my spotting board's all figured out. Devin Rios with the tackle for the Rams. 7:30 and counting in the third quarter. Falcons with their 9th possession of the afternoon, trying to keep the offense moving. Delzite works out of the shotgun. Marion Wright with the motion, takes a shotgun snap as Delzite, plenty of time, looking for somebody open, dancing around, rolls to his right now, looking, wants to direct traffic, throws at the last minute. That ball is going to be caught. What a grab there. Drake Hughes climbs the ladder, and the Falcons pick up the first down. How about that? They're going to mark it at the 8, or at the 9, actually. So it's a 40-yard strike to Drake Hughes, the young man who's been the return man all afternoon, finding a way to get themselves inside the Billings Tire red zone. Falcons knocking on the door once again offensively. 6:52 to play in the third. So 1st and goal from the 9. Delzite works out of the shotgun to Demarion Wright, the running back, off to his left. Ball in the near mark. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Demarion. And a whistle before the snap and a penalty marker. Let's see what the call is going to be. And here's our head referee, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Randy handling he's the white hat this afternoon. We asked before the game what was Randy's last name, and they said just Randy. All right. Kind of like Madonna or Beyonce. So first and goal now from the 14 for the Falcons. Delzite in the shotgun snap, hands it off to the running back into Marion Wright. Runs to the 15. Settles, gets stiff arms a man at the 12. Runs out of bounds, so 6:20 to go in the third quarter. And Marion Wright's had a great afternoon so far. 179 yards. And he's going to definitely have over 1,000 yards right now at the moment. Clock is moving, 6:14 and counting, third quarter, 41-6. Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. And the Falcons once again having some fun so far on the Saturday afternoon, picking up where they left off in half number one. Second and goal from the 12. Delzite works out of the shotgun to Marion Wright, the running back to the right side. To Marion with the carry, finds a hole in between the tackles, runs into the close to the 10. He's going to be brought down inside the 6. Actually inside the 10, they're marking at the 7. So it brings up a third and goal now from inside the 10. Falcons right now trying to get themselves into the end zone once again. 5:36 and counting in the third quarter, 41-6. Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. Delzite works out of the shotgun. 2 left, 2 right. Demarion Wright, the running back to the right side. Delzite with the shotgun snap. Flag during the snap, throw to the left side. Caught by David Dunn. Touchdown Falcons. Penalty marker on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be. Head coach Justin Burness saying, I want to decline it, a definite offsides call, but David Dunn makes the grab in the left corner, 7-yard strike. And let's see what the call is going to be here from the head referee, Randy. So they declined the penalty, and it's going to bring up a point after for Coalinga College. So it's a 47-6 lead, the point after, and it's going to go through the uprights. Makes it a 48-6 lead for Coalinga College. 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Good one here in the Santa Clara Valley. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality.
5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Scoreboard reads Coalinga College 48 and De Anza College with 6. Falcons find the end zone of a 7-yard strike from Justin Delzite to David Dunn. And right now the Falcons ready to kick it off. Ernesto Villanueva ready to swing his right leg into the football. He makes contact with the leather. End over and kick. That's going to be taken by Escamilla at the 5. Runs to the 10. So gets to the 15. Runs close to the 20. Is going to be brought down by Hunter Cabral at the 20. So first and 10 for Gavilan College. Their 9th possession of the afternoon. 5:09 remaining in the third quarter. And it has been a very tough afternoon for the Rams of Gavilan College on sophomore day 2025. 7 punts so far by the Rams offense. So we saw Ethan Chrisman leading the troops out for their first series of the afternoon. Chrisman, the starting quarterback for the Rams throughout this whole entire season. And Chrisman, the former chieftain of Palma High School, leads the troops out once again for their 9th possession of the afternoon. First and 10 from their own 20. Pistol formation of Johnson in the backfield. First and 10 for Chrisman. Hands it off to Johnson, runs in between the tackles, finds a hole, and he's brought down. Good tackling there by the Falcons. Bringing him down for Coalinga College. Was actually for the Falcons defense. Moshe Shabazz brought him down, actually. The freshman from Denver. So a pickup of 8 on the play. So it brings up a 2nd down and 2 from the 28 for Gavilan College. Under 5 to play in the third. 48-6, Falcons leading. Chrisman works out of the shotgun. Johnson in the backfield. Ball placed in the middle of the marks at the 28. Wonkin with the motion, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Johnson, runs in between the tackles. Hunter Cabral brings him down from behind, close to the first down marker. Let's see what the official ruling is from the far judge, and he says he's short, so it brings up, they're going to say, a first down now. And now there's an injured Ram on the field, 4:23 to play in the third quarter. And it's actually the running back, Adrian Johnson, or as AJ, as his teammates call him, being checked out right now by the athletic training staff. So Johnson being checked out now by the athletic training staff. Will step aside in Gilroy. 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. 48-6. Falcons out in front. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635. Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Injured party for Gavilan College is Adrian Johnson, or AJ as his teammates and the fans call him, here at the Garcia Outdoor Sports Complex, being helped up off the field. 4:23 remaining in the third quarter. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. 1st and 10 for Gavilan College from their own 30, moving right to left. Quarterback now is Ethan Chrisman. We talked about him a little bit earlier. Second drive as the Rams signal caller in the second half. 1st and 10. It's going to have a new running back off to the left side. Cannot tell who that running back is at the moment. Chrisman takes a shotgun snap, tosses it out to the left side. That is going to be the running back of Juan Carlo Cuba. And Juan Carlo Puga loses one on the play. Good tackling by the Falcons defense. Hunter Cabral there, but also leading tackler there for the Falcons was actually DeMarco Johnson, the freshman from Fresno, the former Tiger of Edison High School at the stop. Starting to see some of the 2s and the 3s right now for the Falcons. Defense starting to show up. Under 4 to play in the third quarter. Scoreboard reads Coalinga College 48, Gavilan College 6 from the campus of Gilroy High School. Balloon off, floating off in the distance. 2nd and 11 from the 29 for Gavilan College. Chrisman works out of the shotgun. Puga off to his right. Takes a shotgun snap, plenty of time, throws to the left side. That's caught by Escamilla, and he's quickly met up there. Good tackling by the Falcons defense. Bringing him down was actually Manny Valdez, the young man from El Paso, Texas. So he picks up a couple on the play and make it a third down. They're going to say 3rd and 6 now. They're going to say 3rd and 7. First down marker is at the 40. Ball place at the 33. 3:09 and counting in the third quarter. Chrisman works out of the shotgun. Juan Carlo Puga, the running back, off to his left. 2 receivers up top, 1 on the near. Puga ready. Takes a shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, plenty of time. Throws down the far side, and that ball is incomplete. Intended receiver is Escamilla. On the coverage was Manny Valdez, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 7 from the 33 for Gavilan College. 2:53 to go, third quarter. And that has been the overall theme so far this afternoon. And the punt unit goes out for the 8th time of the afternoon for Gavilan College. And this has been a tough one so far for the Rams. We talked about in the Falcons pregame show, tough sledding so far. This is a Rams squad that ran into De Anza, fell last week against Cabrillo on the road in Aptos. Sanchez handling the punting duties, gets it away. Drake Hughes, actually Tyrell Johnson, to let that one bounce on a couple of hops, runs to the 35, penalty marker flies. He's going to try to break one tackle, but he's going to be brought down. Another penalty marker flies in late, and let's see what the call is going to be here. 2:44 to go in the third quarter, and a lot of flags in that first half, total of 17. And let's hear the official ruling from our head referee, Randy. 2:44 to go in the third quarter. And now our head referee, Randy, is going to see what the call is going to be here. And here's the official ruling.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Both holding by the defensive. Number 13 and number 19. One foul will be declined, the other will be accepted. 2-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
2 penalties for the Falcons. That's going to back them up. They're going to put the ball at their own 29, moving left to right. New quarterback coming in now for the Falcons. The pride of Landon Garner from the great state of Washington leads the troops out now. So we're going to see officially the 2s and the 3s right now for this Falcon squad at 10th possession of the afternoon. Coalinga College is going to set up shop at their own 29. Landon Garner works out of the shotgun. 3 receivers up top. 1 on the near. Moreno, the running back, hands it off to him. Runs to his right side, gets himself past the 30, and he's brought down from behind. Tackler there for the Rams was actually Joel Martinez, actually Cervantes, who's got the run.
And now for the Falcons as a signal caller, number 8, Landon Garner.
So Landon Garner has a second down. First down marker is at the 39. Ball placed at the 33. 2nd and 6 now. 3 left, 1 right. Garner claps his hands, fakes the handoff to Cervantes, does a boot to the left side, throws on the run. That ball is going to slip out of the fingertips of the receiver. The intended receiver was A.J. Magui, young man from Lemoore. So it brings up a 3rd and 6 now for Coalinga College. 2:04 to go in the third. Had a great conversation with Landon's mom and dad in Aptos in Cabrillo. Open up conference play a couple of weeks ago. Cervantes, the running back, off to the left of Garner. 3rd and 6 from the 33, moving left to right. Garner now checks the sideline. Clock is stopped at 2:04 after that incomplete pass. Now Garner looking, works out of the gun. They're going to have 3 down linemen. Takes a shotgun snap as Garner. Plenty of time. Pressured. Breaks one tackle. Now keeps it himself. Runs the 35. Gets to the 40, and he picks up the first down. Landon Garner showing off his speed. The young man from the great state of Washington picks up the first down, and the Falcons move the sticks.
To the 42-yard line of the Falcons.
Landon's dad, a guy who played D1 ball, played for Idaho way back in the day, the former Vandal.
42.
And right now, Landon showing off some speed right now. Brings up a 1st and 10 from the 42, moving left to right. Late going in the third quarter, 1:43 and counting in quarter number 3, 48-6. Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. Cervantes, the running back, off to the right of Garner. 1st and 10 from the 42. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Cervantes, runs in between the tackles, and he's brought down from behind. Good tackling by Israel Chavez-Strand. Barely picks up 2 on the play, gets to the 44. 2nd and 8 for Coalinga College. 1:16 and counting in the third quarter. Falcons leading big time, 48-6 against Gavilan College.
Down hard by number 55, Israel Chavez-Strand.
Landon Garner talks to his offensive line. They're going to have 3 down linemen for this Gavilan. They're going to have a 4-man front, in fact. Cervantes, the running back, off to the left of Garner. 2nd and 8 to the 44. Swings it out to Cervantes on the far side. Shakes and breaks one tackle, gets down to pass midfield. Down to the first down marker. And Eric Cervantes bringing Ram defenders along with him. Another first down for Coalinga College. And the Falcons offense right now starting to pick up some speed right now with under a minute to go in the third. And this has been a very fun one indeed so far in Garlic Country. Excuse me. And he picks up the first down, 1st and 10 from the 45 of Gavilan.
Enough for a first down for the Falcons.
Landon Garner works out of the shotgun. They are going to have Eric Cervantes, the running back, off to his right. Ball on the far mark, just past midfield. Takes a shotgun snap as Garner hands it off to Cervantes. Runs in between the tackles, finds a hold of the 35. Bulldozes the man over at the 30. And Eric Cervantes crawls his way to the 25. What a run there by Eric Cervantes. Picks up 20 on the play. And there's an injured Ram on the field, but he's going to be picked up. It was actually Devin Rios who got bulldozed. And the Falcons right now offensively, the two's looking pretty good so far of 22 seconds ago in the third quarter.
First and 10.
And how about those Falcons? Eric Cervantes learning. Here's the referee. And a timeout taken by Gavilan trying to stop the bleeding late in the third quarter. We'll stay right here on the Falcons Audio Network. If you just now join us, the Falcons Audio Network, it has been offense, offense, offense so far from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. This Falcon squad right now offensively running the football is really well. And let's see, we'll get that stat, that running stat for you during the commercial break. We have our stats guys just to the left of us. But it's just been a very fun one indeed in the Santa Clara Valley. Next week, the Falcons are going to be back home for the final time in 2025. In the regular season, they'll be taking on the Blue Devils of Merced College. That'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff, pregame show at 12:40. That is going to be sophomore day as well. Dr. Michael Burke will be joining us on the broadcast. And, of course, they get the whole band back together. Of course, the bouncer, spotter, and, the utility man on the Falcons Audio Network, Richard Welch, just to the right of us right now. He'll be back with us as well on Saturday afternoon. We talked about it in the Falcons pregame show. If you win today, you go bowling. And right now, the Falcons are in the driver's seat. 22 seconds ago in the third quarter, 48-6 lead for Coalinga College. 1st and 10 for the 25 of Gavilan College. Landon Garner works out of the shotgun. Eric Cervantes off to his left. Ball in the middle of the marks. Takes a shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff as Garner. Throws to the left side. That is going to be caught by A.J. Magui at the first down marker. A.J. Magui moves the sticks. Picks up 11 on the play. 1st and 10 for Coalinga College. 15 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. And that is going to be at the 14. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 8 seconds remaining. And that will do it for the third quarter. They want to run one more play. Change tone being set up. And that is how the third quarter comes to a close. Coalinga College out in front in the Santa Clara Valley. Coalinga College leading 48-6 against Gavilan College. Fourth quarter action coming up right after this in the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Fourth quarter about to begin from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. My name is Brian Welch with the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in. 1st and 10 for the Falcons from their own 14. Landon Garner hands it off to Eric Cervantes, runs left, now to the 10 to the 5, and he's into the end zone. First play of the fourth quarter. It's a 14-yard house call for Eric Cervantes, and the Falcons keep their scoring ways going, but hold the phone. It's going to be a holding call to erase that one off the board. So right now the Falcons offense looking really strong indeed. 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. So after that run play and that penalty marker that negated off the board, that's going to bring up they're going to sit first down marker is at the 4-yard line. So they're going to say at the 22. So they're going to put it first and 18 now. 18. So Landon Garner works out of the shotgun. Eric Cervantes off to his right. Falcons right now trying to punch it in once again. Garner works out of the shotgun. First and 10. First and 18 from the 22. Wants to air it out. Throws to the far side. That ball is going to be picked off in the right corner of the end zone. And they're going to say that he was out of bounds. The guy who almost had the interception was Solomon Simmons, and now he's in the end zone, and now he's going to be stretched out. He might have a cramp in this early part of the fourth quarter. The running back for the Rams, A.J. Johnson, was injured, was slow to get up earlier in the third quarter. Now in the fourth quarter, now there's the Rams still injured in that right corner of the end zone at Gilroy High School. 14:47 to go in regulation. Stay tuned for the Falcons postgame show. Get a chance to go through the highlights, get a chance to pick our offensive and defensive player of the game, and also get you ready for next week, Sophomore Day. 1 o'clock kickoff against Merced College. The Blue Devils right now going up against De Anza College. So right now, athletic training staff checking on the Ram at the moment. Hey, we'll step aside in Gilroy. 48-6 Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. Relocations to serve you in the Central Valley, Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
14:47 remaining in regulation. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and also it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in the Treasure Valley. Fresno State leading 27-7 against Boise State. How about that? The Bulldogs, who struggled last week against rival San Diego State, leading 27-7 against Boise State. So after that injured Ram for Gavilan College was Solomon Simmons, the freshman from San Jose. And right now, Fresno State in the driver's seat in Boise. The Falcons of Coalinga College in the driver's seat right now in Gilroy. Landon Garner, the second-string quarterback for the Falcons, the young man from the great state of Washington, goes to work now. He's going to have Eric Cervantes off to his right. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 18 from the 22 of Gavilan. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Cervantes, runs left, finds his way to the 20, down to the 15. They're going to say at the 16. Penalty marker flies in late. We'll see what the call is going to be. Good job there by our spotter, Richard Welch. Getting there. Hey, look at that. The Bouncer having some fun right now. Clock stopped at 14:40 to go in regulation. And here from the head referee, Randy. Falcons had a huge run there by Eric Cervantes, but the run was negated earlier in the drive because of a holding call. Now, after the face mask call on Gavilan, makes it a 1st and goal at, they're going to say 2nd and goal, 2nd down from the 8. Automatic 1st down. So 1st and goal now from the 9. Falcons in that Billingsley Tire red zone, 14:38 and counting in regulation. Falcons leading big time, 48-6, a 42-point lead for the Falcons on this Saturday afternoon in Gilroy. Garner works out of the shotgun. Cervantes off to his right. Ball placed at the 9. Takes a shotgun snap. Hands it off to Cervantes. Runs in between the tackles. Pushes his way forward inside the 5. And he's going to be close to the goal line. But Eric Cervantes having a lot of fun so far this afternoon. If you're Coalinga College, you're finding ways to keep yourself moving. Tackler for Gavilan was Israel Chavez-Strand. 2nd and goal from the 4. Clock is moving. 14-minute mark in the 4th quarter. 42-point lead for Coalinga College. Garner works out of the shotgun. Cervantes is going to be the running back in the backfield. Eric Cervantes is going to be a very special player to watch out for. Garner works out of the shotgun. 2nd and goal from the 4. Takes the snap, hands it off to Cervantes. Keeps it himself as Landon Garner. And Landon Garner dances his way into the end zone. Touchdown Falcons. 4-yard keeper by Landon Garner. And the Falcons put the cherry on top of this ice cream sundae in the penultimate game of this 2025 season. 54-6. Falcons out in front. And Landon Garner had a huge run on this drive, and he makes it happen. 13:35 to play in regulation. Ernesto Villanueva ready to line up for the kick. The snap to hold the kick, and the kick is true by Ernesto Villanueva. It's a 55-6 lead for Coalinga College. We'll be back in 15 seconds. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
13:35 remaining in regulation from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex from the campus of Gilroy High School. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Landon Garner calling his own number with a 4-yard touchdown run of a keeper with himself. And the Falcons right now in the driver's seat, a 55-6 lead against Gavilan College for sophomore day 2025. For Gavilan, it has not been a super sophomore day as the ball falls off the tee for Ernesto Villanueva. Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off right to left, as it's going to be Joseph Espinoza going to be doing the holding. And Ernesto Villanueva ready to kick it off right to left. 13:35 remaining in regulation. 55-6 is our score. Ernesto Villanueva ready to swing his right leg in the football. End over end kick. That is going to be taken by Pablo Escamilla. Runs to the 15, now to the 20. Runs right to the 25, trying to get himself to the 30. And great tackle there. Falcons bring him down to the ground. Tackler for the Falcons was it's on the 2. He's one of the players there for the Falcons. And right now, if you're Coalinga College, you like what you're doing so far in this 4th quarter. 10th drive of the afternoon for Gavilan College, moving left to right now. We've seen all 3 quarterbacks in the Rams arsenal. And now we're going to play quarterback roulette. And Ethan Chrisman leads out the troops for this Rams squad. 1st and 10 from their own 32. $13:27 to play in regulation. Juan Pablo Puga off to his left, takes a shotgun snap. Actually, it's going to be Johnson. Jet sweep to the left side. That's Ryan by Hardwick. Hardwick is going to be escorted out of bounds. Christopher Cooper escorts him out of bounds, as well as Manny Valdez. So a loss of a couple on the play. Clock stopped at 13:20 in the 4th quarter. Clock is moving now, 55-6. Falcons out in front against Gavilan College. Falcons next week back at home against Merced College. That's going to be a big-time game, especially the Blue Devils struggled in the early part of the season, but they've had some moments in conference play. So loss of 3 on the play for Gavilan. They're going to put the ball at the 29, moving left to right, 2nd and 13. Under 13 to play in regulation. Falcons right now trying to get a big stop once again. Chrisman works out of the gun. Johnson off to his left. Ball on the far mark. 2nd and 13 for the 29. Takes a shotgun snap. Hands it off to Johnson. Runs in between the tackles. And the Falcons defense brings him down the pile, pushing him backwards Forward progress is only going to give him a yard, but the Falcons bringing him down. Christopher Cooper under the pile, as well as Christian Constant, and as well as a whole lot of tacklers on this Falcon squad. Actually, Eliza Yard, the freshman from Reno, brings him down. So a whole host of tacklers there. So it brings up a 3rd and 11 now for Gavilan. Clock is moving. 12:15 and counting in regulation. And now Chrisman goes to the huddle, barks out the order. And now Juan Carlo Puga checks in for Johnson now. Ethan Chrisman works out of the shotgun. Ball at the 31. 3rd and 11 now for Gavilan College. Chrisman with the shotgun snap, takes it, plenty of time. Chrisman looks to throw, throws over the middle. That's going to be picked off by the Falcons. Going the other way, it's Joseph Espinoza going to the 25-20, 15-10, 5, and he is in. Pick 6 for the Falcons. It's a Joseph Espinoza pick 6 house call, and the Falcons keep the scoring going. It's a 61-6 lead for Coalinga College. So Ernesto Villanueva ready to handle the point after with 11:37 to go in regulation. Snap, the hold, the kick. And the kick is good. It's a 62-6 lead for Coalinga College. 11:37 remaining in regulation. We'll be back in 15 seconds. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality.
11:37 remaining in regulation. Falcons 62, Gavilan College 6. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Joseph Espinoza with a pick 6 house call. And the Falcons right now starting to celebrate on that sideline right now at the moment. Falcons in the driver's seat. They've took the lead in the early going of the first quarter. They have not looked back since in the Santa Clara Valley. Glad to have you along wherever you may be tuning in on the Falcons Audio Network. It's a perfect afternoon for football in the Santa Clara Valley in the land of garlic in Gilroy, California. Ernesto Villanueva ready to swing his right leg into the football. Toe meets leather. End over and kick. That is going to be taken by the Rams. That's going to be Escamilla with the run. Runs the 25 and he's quickly brought down. Great tackling by Joseph Espinoza, the guy who got the pick 6 earlier. And Ryan Hack with the tackle as well. So 1st and 10 now for Gavilan College. Their 11th possession of the afternoon, moving left to right now. Last possession ended in a pick 6. 11:31 to go in regulation. I know there's that rule in high school. You're going to put the ball at their own 27. There's a rule in high school that after you score a 35-point lead, you had the clock running. But that rule does not in for junior college football. New quarterback checking in now, Tyler Hughes. So the quarterback carousel continues now for Gavilan College. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun all alone. 1st and 10 from their own 27. Now motion Diallo on the jet sweep. Gets the jet sweep on the far side. Diallo going to try to find the edge. Gets himself to the 30. And the Falcons defense saying, where are you going, Diallo? You're not going to go anywhere. Falcons defense brings him down quickly. A lot of tackling there. Musa Sabaz on the tackle, as well as Christopher Cooper, Manny Valdez. Everybody was there to bring him down at 11-13 and counting in regulation. Picks up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 from the 30. But right now, Gavilan has had their moments so far. The 3 quarterbacks system has not really worked. Ahmed Amar, who got the start, then he was pulled. That brought in the quarterback of Tyler Hughes. Ethan Chrisman got a couple of drives, but could not do much. Now Tyler Hughes trying to salvage the afternoon on the sophomore day. Under 11 remaining in regulation. Empty set now for Tyler Hughes. 2nd and 7 from the 30. Motions a man. Jet sweep. Keeps it himself. Runs in between the tackles. And the Falcons defense brings him down. Gavin Brady brings him down as well. A bit of extracurriculars between the two squads. Christian Constant having a little bit of a moment with Jaden Martinez. A little bit of extracurriculars between these two squads. And the penalty marker flies in. Clock stops at 10:23 in the 4th quarter. Here from our head referee of Randy. Now, head referee of Randy still sorting out the issue right now. And let's see who the call is going to be.
Personal foul, defense. Personal foul, offense. Foul offset. Results in play, second down.
So 2 personal foul penalties, 1 on the Falcons, 1 on the Rams. Offset, so brings up right now another second down for Gavilan College. Clock is moving, 10:21 and counting in regulation. Falcons 62, Gavilan College 6. First down marker is at the 37. The ball placed at the 33. So it brings up a 2nd and 4. Tyler Hughes works out of the gun. Empty set. 2 left, 3 right. Takes a shotgun snap. Is Hughes. Pump fakes. Throws to the right side. Ball bobbled. And it's going to be almost intercepted. Manny Valdez almost had the pick. The intended receiver was the Italian Suri Lanchin. So it brings up a 3rd and 4 now from the 33. Clock stopped with 10 minutes to go in regulation.
Now from the 33, 3rd and 4.
So right now, Coalinga College trying to get off the field once again. The 2s and 3s on the field right now at the moment, giving the 1s some rest before a big sophomore day showdown against Merced College. We'll have that for you on the Falcons Audio Network. And it brings up a 4th down, and that's going to be another punt for Gavilan College. And that's been a familiar sight so far this afternoon. 9th punt of the afternoon. So Luis Sanchez lines up for his 9th punt of the afternoon. Getting ready to punt it away. Tyro Johnson stands back at his own 35. Sends it away. That's going to be a line drive kick, and that's going to shank out. They're going to keep it in play at the 30. Gets himself to the 25, rolls close to the 23, and that is where the Falcons are going to set up shop. And a penalty marker on the field. Let's see. It's been a flag-happy game. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Luis Sanchez has been impressive. Probably one of the best players so far for Gavilan. Let's see what the call is going to be from the head referee, Randy, once again. And here's the call.
During the kick, holding. Team, number 22. 10 yards to be added to the end of the kick. First down, West Hills.
So with that, 9:48 to go in regulation. Falcons right now literally in the driver's seat. 62-6 is our score from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. If you just now joined us on the Falcons Audio Network, the Falcons have had the lead since the beginning. And Marion Wright with a great performance, 3 touchdowns this afternoon. The sophomore having a great afternoon in the Santa Clara Valley. So after that penalty marker, brings up a 1st and 10 from the 32 for the Falcons. Their 11th possession of the afternoon, moving right to left. Falcons right now in the driver's seat. So 1st and 10 for Landon Garner. He had a 4-yard touchdown run in his last possession. Now we're going to have a running back in the backfield, new running back as well. We'll tell you who that is. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off. That's going to be Tavares Allen. Finds a hole in between the tackles, runs to the 40, pushes his way forward. 1st down and more. Tavares Allen down to the 45, to the 44. And what a pick up there. Tavares Allen picks up the 1st down. The clock is not moving. And now there's an injured Falcon on the far side.
43-yard line of Gavilan. It'll be 1st and 10. Coalinga at the Rams 43.
So he picks up 25 on the play. 1st and 10 for the 43 of Gavilan. Garner hands it off to his running back again. That's going to be Moreno. Moreno gets the first down and more. And the Falcons offense, the running game has been fun to watch so far. 9:17, 9:18 to go in regulation. Clock is moving. Head referee Randy waving his arms in the air. Keep the clock moving. Puga with the stop for this Ram squad defensively. Keeping it moving now. So Salus, the new receiver, David Salus. 1st and 10 now. At the 31, hands it off to Moreno. Moreno finds a hole in between the tackles, runs the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown Falcons. Angelo Moreno with a house call, 31-yard run. And a timeout taken. That's actually an injury timeout, 31 yards. And the Falcons right now making it a 68-6 lead. Hopefully that Ram is okay. Angelo Moreno finding the end zone once again. Multiple opportunities for some of the players that don't get the number 1 snaps. The 2s and the 3s. Having a field day in Gilroy. 8:33 remaining in regulation. Injured Ram on the field will step aside. Point after coming up right after this. It's 68-60. Falcons out in front. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Injured Ram is Marcos Villalata with 8:33 remaining in regulation. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon wherever you may be listening or watching Falcons football. And right now the Falcons having a huge run. 31-yard house call by Angelo Moreno makes it a 68-6 lead for the Falcons. 60-point lead right now for the Falcons. Ernesto Villanueva ready to line up for the point after. Villanueva waiting on the north end side of the ends of the field. The kick is going to go through the uprights and say 69-60 lead. We'll take another quick timeout once again in 15 seconds. 8:33 remaining in regulation. Falcons 69, Gavilan College 6. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality.
69-6, Coalinga College out in front against Gavilan College. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in. Kickoff by Ernesto Villanueva is going to be taken by the Rams. That is going to be a new return man now for Gavilan College, and that was actually ball squirted out late. I think the Falcons special teams might have the fumble, and they're going to say it was not. It was fumbled on the recovery. It was on contact. So 1st and 10 for Gavilan College. Their 12th possession of the afternoon, moving left to right. And if you're the Falcons defense, you like what you've done so far. Only one blemish, that 60-yard strike on that tip ball to Jadori Hardwick. But right now, Coalinga College in the driver's seat. 8:25 remaining in regulation. Perfect afternoon for football. It's been perfect to watch this Falcon squad, but it's been a very tough one so far. New quarterback checking in once again. Tyler Hughes checks in, so the quarterback carousel continues once again for this Gavilan squad. Deanne's taking on Merced College in Merced Stadium 76. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 for the 26. On the end around, trying to get it to his teammate, going in the other way, and he's Jeremiah Valek, the sophomore who played his high school football at Gilroy High School. Brought down from behind. That's a big loss there. And right now, gets to the 20. So he loses 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 now for Gavilan College. 8:06 and counting in regulation. You have that 2-minute timeout in your back pocket. Gavilan has 2 timeouts left in this game. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun once again. 2nd and 16 from their own 20, moving left to right. Takes a shotgun snap, throws it to the left side. That's going to be caught by the Rams receiver, making the grab there. Alex Richardson, the sophomore from Anchorage, Alaska, the former Golden Bear of Bartlett High School. In the last frontier, good tackling there by Jaden Fouquet, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Actually, my apologies. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7, I should say. And the Rams offense going back to work once again. 7:19 and counting in regulation. Tyler Hughes works out of the shotgun once again. Empty set. 2 receivers up top. 3 receivers split out to the near side. Ball on the 4 mark. 3rd and 7 from the 29. Takes a shotgun snap. Throws it to the left side. Ball's going to be incomplete. Slips off the fingers of Valek. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. If you're the Rams right now, 7:03 to go in regulation. You have to go for it. 69-6. Coalinga College out in front right now. And they're going to punt the ball. And that's a tough way there. 10th punt of the afternoon for Gavilan College. It's a 63-point lead for Coalinga College. You just heard me right. Clock is stopped. A 7:03 to go in regulation. Luis Sanchez ready to punt the ball away. Late addition for Gavilan College right now on the line. And Coalinga College looking really strong indeed heading into the final game of the regular season. Sanchez swings his leg into the ball with that punt. Spiral punt, bounces at the 25, now bounces at the 20, rolls to the 15, and it takes a Gavilan roll. And we talked about it earlier, the best player for Gavilan right now is Luis Sanchez, penalty marker on the field, but especially how he's able to pin teams back, especially in that coffin corner they call it inside the 10. And a penalty marker on Gilroy. And the Gavilan fans groaning once again on this Saturday afternoon. It's been a tough one for this Rams squad. And especially on sophomore day, you want to show out well for your team and also for your players and for your family. So right now, Coalinga College gets the ball now with 6:51 remaining in regulation. This is going to be the 12th possession of the afternoon. And Coalinga College looking good. The 1s, the 2s, the 3s. And right now, Coalinga College gets the ball at the 9-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga College. 2-minute timeout looms in Gilroy. 6:51 to play in regulation. If you just now joined us on the Falcons Audio Network, it has been a very fun one indeed. Touchdown after touchdown. Demarion Wright has 3 touchdowns on the afternoon. A guy who came into today with over 900 yards rushing. He broke the 1,000-yard mark here at Gilroy High School. Going to put the ball at their own. They put the ball at the 14, actually. So 1st and 10 for Coalinga College, moving right to left on your screen. Landon Garner works out of the shotgun. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Eric Cervantes, runs in between the tackles, and he cannot, shakes one defender, now runs to his right side, runs the 25 to the 30, and he's ushered out of bounds, and it's actually Eric Cervantes that picks up the 1st down. How about that? Eric Cervantes moves the sticks. Clock stops with 6:41 to play in regulation. So Will Martinez, the tackler for Gavilan College. So 1st and 10 now from the 33 of the Falcons, moving right to left. 69-6, Falcons leading right now against Gavilan College. Landon Garner works out of the shotgun once again. Ball on the far mark at their own 33. Cervantes off to his right, takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Cervantes, runs up the middle, finds a hole, gets to the 40, runs to the 45, and picks up the first down, and he picks up 13 on the play, and the running game has been slicing and dicing the Rams' front line all afternoon long. 6:02 to go in regulation. And how about this running game by the Falcons offense? Led by Demarion Wright early, Eric Cervantes, Angelo Moreno. Everybody has been having fun so far this afternoon. And Coalinga College in the driver's seat already. 5:40 to go in regulation. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Cervantes. Finds a hole in between the tackles, past midfield, down to the 45. And he picks up 9 on the play. The bottom of the pile for Gavilan College. Bringing him down was actually a number we don't have on the roster, but sorry to see a lot of the players. It was actually Owen Graham, one of the leading tacklers, so he picks up 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 from the 45 of Gavilan. 5:13 and counting in regulation. 2-minute timeout looms. Now it is going to be Cervantes, the running back, off to the right of Garner. 2nd and 1 from the 45. Garner with the shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff to Cervantes. Keeps it himself. Breaks one tackle. 1st down and more for Landon Garner. Down to the 40, into the 36. And Landon Garner picks up the 1st down. Big pickup there. And he kicks up 9 on the play. Clock is moving. Under 5 to play in regulation. Coalinga College 69. Gavilan College 6. Israel Chavez Strand with the stop. The young man from Portland, Oregon. A lot of guys from Oregon on this squad for Gavilan. So 1st and 10 from the 37, moving right to left. 4:28 and counting in regulation. And it has been a very tough one indeed for this Rams defense, but the Falcons offense having a field day. 1st and 10, hands it off to Cervantes. Now it's going to be a keeper. Up the middle he goes, and Landon Garner slicing and dicing this offense on the RPO, and he picks up a hefty gain there. Brought down by a whole host of tacklers. Israel Chavez Strand once again with the stop. He gets himself to the 31, so that's pick up a 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for Coalinga College. We've hit the under 4-minute mark in Gilroy. 2-minute timeout looms once again. Falcons right now in the driver's seat, 69-6. Falcons scored 40 points last week but fell by 2. And they're in the driver's seat right now, a 63-point lead right now. Takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to Cervantes again on 2nd down. Corkscrews out of a tackle with Cervantes, and he's brought down from behind. The tackler there for Gavilan. It was actually Robert Gonzalez, the freshman who played at Stephen Creek High School, grew up in San Jose, with the stop for Gavilan College. So a 3:19 and counting in the fourth quarter, I should say. The Falcons right now playing with a lot of fire and a lot of energy so far throughout the whole entire 4 quarters of this one. 3rd down. 1st down markers at the 27. They're going to say 3rd and 5 from the 32. Garner in the shotgun. Cervantes off to his right. Ball in the middle of the marks. Garner with the shotgun snap. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff. Throws it to the right side. That's going to be caught. That's going to be 1st down and more. Picks up the 1st down to the 20. And he gets himself to the 15. And it's one of the Falcon players that we do not have on our 2 deep. But right now, it's actually Jordan Ybarra, the young man who played in Clovis High School. So Jordan Ybarra picks up the 1st down. So the Falcons inside that Billings Tire red zone. 2:30 and counting in regulation. Clock is big timer. Difference between the big timer and the small timer right now, around 4 seconds. And it's going to be the 2-minute timeout. Looms in Gilroy. And the Falcons knocking on the door to put another score on the board when we come right back after this. 2 minutes remaining from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. Our score, Coalinga College 69, Gavilan College 6, Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. Relocations to serve you in the Central Valley, Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Two minutes remaining from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. 69-6, Coalinga College out in front. 1st and 10 from the 17. Landon Garner works out of the shotgun on the far side, takes a snap, hands it off to Cervantes, runs in between the tackles, pushes his way forward down to the 15, and gets himself inside the 10, marks it at the 8-yard line. It gets the first down and a big pickup there by Coalinga College. 1:47 and counting in regulation. Stay tuned for the Falcons post-game show. Get a chance to go through the highlights of this whole entire game. Also pick our offensive and defensive player of the game. And also get you ready for next week. Final game of the regular season, sophomore day from the Memorial Bowl at Chuck Garton Field. 1 o'clock kickoff next week against Merced College. Landon Garner and company in victory formation. Everybody waits to see the play clock dwindle. 1:15 to go in regulation. Falcons last week, it's going to be the first kneel down. Brings up a 3rd down. Will be under a minute remaining. Falcons last week had missed opportunities, multiple turnovers, multiple punts in that 42-40 loss to the Anza College. They lost by 2 to the Mountain Lions in a close one. It all came down to a 2-point conversion. But the Falcons head back on the road. And they mean business in the penultimate game of this 2025 season. 2nd kneel down by Landon Garner will just about do it. Coalinga College trailed by 2 last week. And they get the job done. A 63-point victory for Coalinga College. A 69-6 victory against Gavilan College. Your Falcons improved to 6-3 overall in the season, 3-1 in Golden Coast Conference action. Gavilan College falls to 1-8 overall in the season, 0-4 in Golden Coast Conference action. Hope you can stay tuned for the Falcons postgame show. That's coming up right after the break. Falcons victorious for the 6th time in 2025. Once again, our final score, 69-6. Coalinga College gets the job done against Gavilan College. More after this from the Garlic capital of the world, Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you with drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. Relocations to serve you in the Central Valley, Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Big victory this afternoon in Santa Clara, in the Santa Clara Valley in Gilroy, California. It's a 69-6 victory for your Coalinga College Falcons, taking care of business after falling by 2 last week to De Anza College. It's a 69-6 victory against the Rams of Gavilan College. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch of the Falcons Audio Network. Glad to be a part of your Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in, and welcome to the Falcons postgame show. What a win by the Falcons this afternoon at the Garcia Elder Sports Complex on the campus of Gilroy High School. A very impressive victory for the Falcons. Let's take a look at how the highlights went. Take a look at the highlights to see how this game went down. Gavilan College won the toss and elected to defer, and actually my apologies. Gavilan College got the ball to start off the game, I should say, and that resulted in a 3-and-out. Their first punt of the afternoon. Falcons' first series of the afternoon started at their own 39. And that resulted in a 7-yard touchdown run by Demarion Wright. Point after was good, 7-0 Falcons out in front. Second possession for Gavilan College started at their own 18. That resulted in a punt, their third punt of the afternoon. Falcons got the ball back for their second possession at their own 38, and it was a 23-yard throw to Demarion Wright. Remember when that drive, there was a lot of penalties? It was the third time was the charm for Demarion Wright. Point after was good, 14-0 Coalinga College out in front. Third possession for the Rams started their own at 25. That resulted in their third punt of the afternoon. Coalinga College's third possession of the afternoon started at their own 47, and that was a 46-yard strike to Curtis Rogers. Point after was good at 21-0 Coalinga College out in front. Fourth possession for Gavilan College started their own 26, and that was their only score of the afternoon, a 60-yard strike to Johori Hardwick. Point after was no good. It was blocked, 21-6 Coalinga College out in front. This is all late in the first quarter. Coalinga College's fourth possession of the afternoon started their own 28, and then in the start of the second quarter, they fumbled the football in the red zone. Moore got the fumble recovery for De Anza College. De Anza College got the ball for their fifth possession of the afternoon, and that resulted in their fourth 3-and-out of the first half. Still the same score, 21-6 Coalinga College out in front. Fifth possession of the afternoon for the Falcons start at the 41 of the Rams, and that resulted in a 1-yard touchdown run by Demarion Wright, his third of the afternoon. 3 touchdowns for Demarion Wright with the hat trick. It was the point after was good, 28-6 Falcons out in front. And thank you to our stats guys that did a great job. The people from De Anza, great job by them. We'll see you guys in the bowl. We'll see. Hey, safe travels in the postseason. Yes, sir. That's right. And hey, hopefully we'll see. We'll be postseason play in the next couple of weeks. Thank you to their guys. Thank you to the stats guys from De Anza for handling the stats for us for the Falcons Audio Network and as well as for the college. Where were we? We were in the second quarter. Third touchdown by Demarion Wright, 28-6 Coalinga College out in front. Gavilan College's sixth possession of the afternoon started their own 29. That resulted in a 3-and-out. That was their fifth punt of the afternoon. Falcons' sixth possession of the afternoon started at their own 11, and a 40-yard strike to Khalif Bloom on a 4th-and-9 made it a 34-6 lead. Point after was missed. Seventh possession of the afternoon for Gavilan College started at their own 45. That was a 3-and-out. Their sixth 3-and-out of the afternoon. Falcons got the ball late in the first half, and they ran out the clock. That was all in half number one. It was a 34-6 lead for Coalinga College. Eighth drive of the afternoon for the Falcons. First drive of the third quarter. Falcons started their own 35. That was a 1-yard touchdown run by Camarion Albert. Point after was good, 41-6 Falcons out in front. Gavilan College, for their eighth possession of the afternoon, started their own 21. That was another 3-and-out. Their seventh possession of the afternoon started their own. That was a 41-6 lead for Coalinga College. Ninth possession of the afternoon for the Falcons started their own 49, and that resulted in a 7-yard strike to David Dunn. Point after was good, 48-6 Coalinga College out in front. Gavilan College on their ninth possession started their own 20. That was another 3-and-out. Their eighth punt of the afternoon. Falcons got the ball back for their 10th possession at their own 29 late in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, with Landon Garner taking over the controls, the second-string quarterback for the Falcons, called his own number from 4 yards out, made it a 55-6 lead for Coalinga College. Point after was good. Gavilan College got the ball for their 10th possession of the afternoon at their own 32, and that drive ended with a Joseph Espinoza pick six. Point after was good at 62-6. Gavilan College had to punt the ball for their 11th possession after starting their own 27. Ninth punt of the afternoon, still the same score, 62-6. Coalinga College got the ball for their 11th possession of the afternoon, started their own 31, and a 32-yard line, and it was a 31-yard return courtesy of Angelo Moreno. Point after was good at 69-6. Coalinga College out in front. Gavilan College got the ball back. That was their 3-and-out. That was their 10th punt of the afternoon. Falcons got the ball back, and they kneeled it out. And the Falcons pick up a 69-6 victory against Gavilan College. A lot of fun today in the land of garlic in Gilroy, California. When we come right back after this, we'll give you a chance to pick our players of the game our offense and defensive players of the game. Once again, our final score, Coalinga College 69, Gavilan College 6. More of the Falcons postgame show right after this. Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Welch. Rad Studios is the place to help you have drone and real estate photography. Don't forget that Rad Studios has you covered with sports and senior portraits as well. Contact my friends Ryan and Dana Arguello at www.radstudiosvideography.com to make your dream a reality. Billingsley Tire Service is the place to go for tire alignment, oil changes, and tires. 3 locations to serve you in the Central Valley: Lemoore, Huron, and Coalinga. If you have a tire emergency, Billingsley Tire can come to the rescue 24/7. Call Pat Billingsley and the team at 559-935-1635.
Back to the Falcons postgame show. Coalinga College gets the job done against Gavilan College 69-6 from the Garcia Elder Sports Complex. Brian Welch back with you on the Falcons Audio Network. Let's pick our offensive and defensive players of the game. Before we go on the Falcons postgame show, I think we talked about it before we went to break about that drive summary and how the highlights went in that first half and also in the second half. How about Demarion Wright, a guy who has over 1,000 yards rushing in this 2025 season, went for the hat trick once again, his 3rd time in conference. Think about that. 3 touchdowns against Cabrillo, 3 touchdowns against Hartnell, and 3 touchdowns today against Gavilan College. I think Demarion Wright is happy about that. So Demarion Wright is our player of the game offensively and defensively. How about this? The 2s and the 3s having a lot of fun this afternoon. And how about Joseph Espinoza? We have not picked Joseph Espinoza as our defensive player of the game this season. Joseph Espinoza having that big pick 6 return in the second half. So Demarion Wright's our offensive player of the game, and Joseph Espinoza is our defensive player of the game. Falcons back in action next week against Merced College. Falcons improved to 6-3 overall in the season, 3-1 in Golden Coast Conference action. Gavilan falls to 1-8 overall in the season, 0-4 in GCC play. Final regular season broadcast next week at 1 p.m. from the Bowl at Chuck Garton Field in Coalinga. Falcons taking on Merced College. There'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff pregame show, hit the airwaves at 12:40. Dr. Michael Burke will be joining us, and as well as our great camera guy, statistician, and of course our bouncer on the Falcons Audio Network, Richard Welch. So that'll be our next time we'll be broadcasting on the Falcons Audio Network. And also, if you're in Coalinga, check out the playoff game on Friday night. The Horned Toads, the 8th seed in Division 4, taking on the number 9 seed of Wenatchee. So that'll be a very fun game on Friday. I think we'll be on the call for that. That'll be on the NFHS network, but we'll let you know for sure. But our next Falcons broadcast will be on Saturday afternoon in Coalinga for Sophomore Day. Special thanks to the hospitality of Gavilan College for allowing us to broadcast the game this afternoon on the campus of Gilroy High School, and especially special thanks to head coach Justin Berna and athletic director Joe Hash for allowing me to do the broadcast this afternoon. For my great camera guy, Richard Welch, Brian Welch saying goodbye. Have a good afternoon. Repeating the final score from Gilroy, it's a big win for the Falcons. 63-point victory against Gavilan College. Coalinga College 69, Gavilan College 6. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Falcons football on the Falcons Audio Network. So long